Sports Encyclopedia. U.S. Steve Kim. Got Trent in the cut.
What are you?
He's the best.
Yeah.
He's a master motivator.
I'm a master motivator. I ain't no regular ass motivator. I'm a fucking master.
Coaches tried to make practice so hard that the game was less intrusive. Like they coached you that way. Like people think, well, they were just yelling. No, they were trying to put you under stress and put you in under duress so that when you got in the game, you could mentally handle adversity.
If you go through JUCO and you make it out of JUCO, you can make it anywhere.
I respect the hell out of you to see that you're doing what you're doing and still doing what you're doing for real, the way you do it, man. From day one, you had the same enthusiasm. You keep the same enthusiasm, and it's fucking contagious.
In my opinion, I think Shedeur Sanders is the best deep ball in college football. I don't think
Can you just say something nice about Shedeur Sanders?
I love talking ball. It's nice to connect with guys that are like-minded and just are real and genuine.
And I proudly stand up next to you all. God bless America.
You said belt to ass, T-Red. You got the belt around you.
What up, man? We are in the building. It is Truth Telling Thursday. So I said, screw it. Let me tell the truth. And you won't want to miss this episode, at least in this first hour. I promise you, you don't. Stay tuned. Steve Kim will be the only guest today joining us because of the truth-telling whistleblowing that I'm about to do for the first time ever. I'm about to be a whistleblower. It is what it is, but I got to do it. So... bet, Bailey. We'll probably add that in later on. Listen, I'm probably going to lose some friends today or piss off a lot of folks that usually try to keep things that I'm about to tell you between themselves and shit like that. This isn't like a snitching episode, obviously, because I don't snitch. This is more of a whistleblower giving insight as to what happens on the inside of some of these processes that I'm going to explain. And it's time to either today, burn some bridges of some folks that I really don't want around me anyway, or B, let the kids out here know that they're being screwed by bureaucrats and educators. Let me say that. And I know everybody wants to know what it's about, but I'm going to tell you what it's about right here in about 2 minutes. Let's just get some people in here and let's get the show started because there's a lot to break down here that I went through yesterday. And I'm going to explain it in full detail in this first hour. And you will not want to miss it because you won't get any of this information anywhere else. And when I told Bailey and Smitty that's what I want to do today, they were like, damn, you sure? It is what it is, dog. It's time to let it out because I'll explain. But let's bring my main man in, my co-host extraordinaire, Far East Sider, 317, Lamar Jackson loving, LeBron hairline having, AR5 defendant, and Caitlin Clark jocking, Fox Sports' very own, from the privacy of his living room today, Quiet Smitty. I can't see nothing.
It did it again. It was perfectly fine 30 seconds ago. What just happened? Hold on.
There you go.
What is going on, chat? Hold on.
That had nothing to do. I don't think it had nothing to do with the lens, homie. It's your focus.
Can y'all see me? Hold on.
Like I should be blurred because I'm about to be a whistleblower.
Yeah. What happened, JB? Should I refresh it again? I'm gonna refresh it again, JB. This is insane.
You got a setting cracking or something.
Is somebody hacking me right now?
Could be.
Refresh it real quick. See what's going on, man. I'm getting nervous.
Is FA&M hacking you on me? The Nigerians? Prime sexuals? Anyway, let's start the show with a banger, man. Let's do the quote of the day and all that stuff first because we gotta get all that out the way. And if you notice, you've seen the thumbnail. Are the Ravens? There you go.
Can y'all see me?
Yeah, we got you now.
What's going on, JB? I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I'm in the living room today, y'all. My neighbors complained again. So my landlord hit me up very respectfully, just asked, is there a solution that we can find? I said, I'll figure it out. So right now, I have to get back to the living room. So excuse the plain wall background. I'm going to be a little bit of a lower voice, especially in the first hour, but I'm still going to bring the internal energy. You can feel my energy spiritually. Even though it's not going to be as loud, you can tell by the tone of the voice that I'm very excited to be here. Shout out to Toyo, shout out to Steve H, John Bell, Ill Bill, Secret Sauce 5, Jazzy Jazz, Lucy Loose, and J Ram. We got a loaded show for you today. Crazy story. We are whistleblowing. We're telling you the truth today.
Yeah, unfortunate, man. I come with you today. Well, I don't know. Let's do quote of the day and get all that out the way, Smitty. Let's get all the quote of the day and all that out the way because quote of the day I made just for this show, and it's powered by BetUS. So head on over there today. Use my promo code CoachJB. Get 150% bonus up to first deposit up to $2,000, and you can bet it all. This weekend's NFL games, Monday's national championship game, and all things NBA, NHL are right here on BetUS, the number one offshore book in the world. Head on over to BetUS today. All right, Smitty. Quote of the day. Smitty, die with memories, not with dreams. I don't want to die with dreams. I don't want to die with dreams, homie. I want to die with memories and have them when I pass and I'm laying there and supposedly you see the white light that my dad said did not exist, by the way. He said, fuck no. And I asked him, you see the white light? And he said, fuck no. And then he died. But anyway, that's really what happened too. Hey, Dad, you see a white light or anything? Fuck no. And the motherfucker died about an hour later. But anyway, Smitty, you can laugh.
Nah.
My dad was OG. That's just who he was. If you knew my dad, you could ask Spree and them that knew my dad. They'll be like, that motherfucker's crazy, homie. I wanted to go out like that. He died with memories, not with dreams, okay?
That's top 5, homie. That's top 5. I like that a lot, homie. You got to put that on the shirt.
Die with memories, not with dreams is a top 5?
Yeah, because like I don't think you understand what you're saying right now. Like that's some deep ass shit. Like you saying it with some like lazy with it. That's some deep shit what you saying right now. Die with memories meaning that you lived out those dreams. You know what I'm saying? And you got stuff to talk about. Remember, like that's deep, bro.
I hope 1 million people watch this show because it's going to be a truth-telling episode. It's Truth-Telling Thursday. Quote of the day started that off. Die with memories, not with dreams. But contrary to belief is also formatted strictly for this show and this episode, especially the beginning of this show as I whistleblow everything. Contrary to belief brought to you by Prize Picks. Head on over there and use the promo code CoachJB. Smitty, the world is changed by your example, not by your opinion. Contrary to belief.
Actions.
I had to come in here today and give you an example, lead by example, as leaders do, and not give you an opinion. I'm going to give you straight, factual, evidential proof of what went down yesterday, and I'm going to break it down. But first of all, Smitty, the poll question is the thumbnail. And before I whistleblow, are the Ravens an all-time great team? If you say yes, I'm just going to come over to your house and I'm going to backhand slap the shit out of you. If you say no, then it's a realer show and we could have a discussion. But if you say yes, then we're going to have, I don't know if you saw this on Twitter, man, but some people are out there really making full-on videos of us.
I saw the video.
I mean, that is a mark of a shot fighter when you can't get on.
Yeah, I love this first video because that's exactly what will happen. If you ever had the balls to come to me and try to fight me, this first video is exactly what would happen. Now, there's another video it's right after this.
How do you fight? Motherfucker really went through.
I don't like this.
Yeah, I told you that's the street fight, homie. This is the street fight right here. You would have been cooked. You might have died. You might not have lived, homie, because it's street fight.
I grew up in that environment. Like that's how my backyard used to look. Like this is my city. This is you know what I mean? They in Philly, homie. Like this is East Coast, Midwest. You ain't even from that type of tree. You from palm trees and beaches, homie. But to answer your question, just because you said you would stop shouting me and fight me and all that, I want that. I want to see you do that. So because you said that, I'm going to say the Ravens will be an all-time great team. The Ravens will be an all-time great team.
Don't say it for clicks. We're not content creators today because we're going to be on a real show today.
I thought it was today.
Give your honest truth.
No, my honest truth is this. My honest truth is this. If the Ravens complete the mission, they will be an all-time great team. When I say all-time, top 10, top 12.
How many? Well, that's the thing. How do you define all-time? Every team that's won a Super Bowl is all-time? Would you say that or no? Then we can't put them in there. Then if they win a Super Bowl, let's say they go on and win a Super Bowl. Let's say they go on and win a Super Bowl.
Top 10.
I could easily give you 10 better teams that won Super Bowls.
I don't know yet because you gotta think about their run too, right? So all right, let's just assume they beat the Bills, right? Boom. Let's say the Chiefs beat the Texans. So now the Ravens have to get through the Chiefs, the team they couldn't get through. So they get through them, stop their back-to-back a possibility of winning the three-peat. Then they go to Super Bowl and they're gonna have to beat we're assuming either the Lions, the Eagles. Maybe you're right. Like one of these really good, like that would be a hell of a run. And then you mentioned Lamar threw for 40-something touchdowns, potentially his third MVP. We'll see how everything plays out. You got a running back who ran for almost 2,000 yards. Like you think about all the records that they've broken. You add that on top of winning a Super Bowl. I do think seriously the Ravens will be you could argue that they're a top 10 all-time great team. Now to your point, JB, we can always argue. Like it's not like a definite. This is for sure. Nah, it ain't nothing like that. But I think when you look at their run and you look at the numbers that they've been able to achieve this year, especially on the offensive side, I think there's an argument. There's a case that you can sneak them in like the number 10.
There's no case. There's not 1 ounce of a case. Okay. They have 5 losses, Smitty. Let's be real. They have 5 losses. They lost to a 3-win Raider team with full health. They lost to a Jameis Winston-led Cleveland team and actually got dominated. You cannot sit here and say, well, JB, they can lose a couple games. No, they lost 5, homie, to bad teams.
Work season don't matter, you said, JB.
No, bullshit. The 17 Patriots, well, we're talking greatness, homie. Yeah, it does matter. The 17 Patriots went undefeated and lost the Super Bowl.
They're not all-time great. They got the ass beat in the biggest game, biggest moment.
And that team would mud stomp this team by 40.
They would.
They would. So my point is,
homie, the Giants went 9-7 that year, homie.
It don't matter. They had the best D-line in probably history. So I'm just saying, Smitty, you can't have 5 losses and then let's just be honest. When they lose to Buffalo, people are going to be like,
win.
Here's my spectrum. This is kind of how I equate this.
Win.
They lose to Buffalo this week, and you're going to talk about one of the most underachieving teams of all time, and then we're going to be like, this is a 6-loss team that was never really close. They had a defense that was porous. The defense couldn't get over the hump, blah, blah, blah. And then, but if they win, Smitty, see what I'm saying? If they win, you're going to talk about putting them in the top 10 ever. See the fine line? This team could go, whoop, no discussion ever again, to whoop, oh, they beat the Chiefs. And this is like, come on, we already said the Chiefs being 1 loss is the most overrated 1-loss team we've ever seen in our lives.
We said that, but at the end of the day, win, baby, just win. We can say what we want. You're contrary to belief. You said what you say?
All time, Smitty. That's the term we're using.
You said opinions is one thing. We worried about what's the action.
Smitty, but is this an all-time great team is the question. It ain't about this year. If the Ravens go on and win this year, okay, we can argue all that. All time. This team's not even close to the other 2 Ravens Super Bowl champs, dog. Come on. Be real. Come on, homie. Don't go there, Smitty. Don't go there. Maybe you're too young. I don't know.
2000, whatever, they defense, it's all-time great defense. Offense was trash. It's 2 sides.
That's how you win.
offense was trash. On this side, hold on this side, the offense is 1,000 times better. And JB admitted, right now, the Ravens defense is good. Right now, we're not talking about the whole season. We're talking about they got hot. Let me call my voice. They got hot as the season started going, Jason. They started towards the Ravens defense is not bad right now, homie. You cannot say that. Your eyes work, homie. You know the game.
Hey, just admit to everybody right now. Mediocrity, I guess, is your new excellence. This motherfucker's reaching like a motherfucker. He's reaching like a motherfucker. Hey, their defense is not bad right now, JB. So that means they're a top 10 team ever. They're not bad, JB.
They have an all-time offense, homie. Look it up. They have an all-time offense, homie. Dead homies.
All right. Smitty, it's time to get real. Dead homies, these nuts. Dead homie, these nuts. Let's get this thing going, man. Because we got a lot of whistleblowing to do. And I want to do it the first
every Thursday should be like we should fucking whistleblow now. I think every Thursday is Truth Till on Thursday. We should just snitch or some shit.
Next week, FOX?
Yep.
You gonna give the T on that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have too much more than you guys already have, but if I have some more, then yeah, I'll give it.
See, motherfucker just be backpedaling. Motherfucker renege like a motherfucker. Don't play fucking blackjack with this motherfucker. Don't play poker. Don't play spades with this motherfucker.
Ball state stories, homie. I'll tell you about my older job, maybe. You know, I'm not gonna tell you about the current job. That's hustling backwards. You didn't tell this story while you was at the damn spot, homie.
I am literally it hasn't been 12 hours yet.
But you already got the, you know what I mean? So like,
nah, it is what it is. Let's dive into this, man. Fuck it, I'm gonna get something off my chest, man. I just want to let some people get in here.
Gene, you killing me, homie. All right, go ahead.
It's time to get this party started, Smitty, and I really don't have any regrets because I don't live that way. I don't have rearview mirrors, so I don't look backwards. And this is the reason I said, you know what? It's time to let everyone know the truth, and especially the babies, who I call the babies and the kids. Smitty, before I give all this out, you know me well enough by now. I think you know that I'm not the average Joe white guy walking in to a job interview or applying for a job or going after a job that from Beverly Hills or something. Right. I think anybody in my genre, let's say community college, obviously, A, they know me now. B, they know who I am and what I am.
Yep.
Who and what I am. Who I am and what I am are completely two separate discussions. And I think both of those say JB's about as JUCO can get. Having said that, there's going to be some DEI discussions in here because I'm going to be very open and candid with this whole discussion. And this is why Smitty and I go back and forth all the time in the world about certain things. But I'm going to show you and prove to you that this is really crazy on what's happening out here. And I say that to say, I really don't care because I know what the community college level is. But we got to stop because the players, the kids, the student body are being affected by what I'm about to tell you that went down to me yesterday. So, Smitty, let's get this thing started. I'm probably gonna lose a lot of friends and or acquaintances. Remember, I told you there's partners, acquaintances, homies, and friends. Yeah. I like tight circles anyway, so we all do. But we have to stop. We have to stop. Let's get this party started. We have to stop the way we hire community college football coaches. It is not hurting me. I promise you. I'm on the yacht later on. I got the motherfucking big dog 6.6 Duramax out here at Denali. I got the 650 drop top. I promise you, I'm not affected. And I don't believe any coach that goes through the hiring process is literally affected. They can be hurt, sad they didn't get a job, but they're not affected. It's not hurting us.
Right.
It's hurting the community and the kids. Wake the fuck up, HR and presidents of you schools out there who have not a clue when hiring your head football coach. Now, I'm going to whistleblow for the first time in my life, Smitty, and since I have a platform, I woke up and said, fuck it, man. I thought about it all night long, and I said, fuck it, man. It's time to do it. I'm doing it right now. I was approached about 3 weeks ago from a school locally. I didn't even tell Bailey. I didn't tell Smitty. I told not one friend of mine. Nobody knew that I was approached. I knew people. It's a Southern California community college here locally, not far from me. And I know people there and former people from there. I actually coached there. I recruited an NFL guy to this school in 2006 by the name of Brad Sorensen. I always turn down interviews nowadays, Smitty, at JUCOs in California because I know how shitty they are. And that's what I mean by shitty. I know how shitty they are when it comes to hiring and the politics that go into the job of hiring the football coach. Cali JUCO, Smitty, to give everybody some context, has 72 schools that play football. Now I believe it's below that because LA Harbor JUCO dropped football. But they have 72 schools that play football throughout the country. The rest of the country combined, Smitty, has 72. California has 72 JUCOs that play football.
Yeah. The rest of the country
has 72 combined.
Yes, same.
So there's 144 JUCOs that play in the country. 72 national JUCOs, 72 in California. That's totally separate from the national scale. So just giving everybody a history lesson. Now, I was approached about 3 weeks ago, so I thought about it, and I said, nah, I know why you want my name in your applicant pool. And my agent and manager like, JB, fuck them, it's over, don't do it anymore. I said, all right. And this was years ago because what happens, Smitty, is they want my name in there so it can attract other good applicants to say, oh, JB's going after that job. It must be worthy of going after, so let's go get it.
Right.
That's for the school, not for me. They use me as like the sacrificial lamb to draw in better applicants at shithole schools. So I was approached 3 weeks ago. I thought about it and I said, man, I know people there and I know a couple people there that were like, JB, come on, man, this could be your last hoorah. You could change some lives, blah, blah, blah. The coaching part of those guys get it. Changing lives, blah, blah. But they're not the hiring party. And that's what's in the back of my head. I already knew going in. I'm like, you're not hiring though, homie. And I stopped doing this years ago. So I am content. But let me put it this way. After yesterday, Smitty, I am now fully content and have moved on with my life as today, 1/16/2025. My coaching days are officially done. I will never say never, Smitty, because never is a hard word. But it would take an act of God to get me to coach again after what happened yesterday. And I'm not scarred or saddened or mad about what happened yesterday. It's what I figured. 100%. I'm on record telling people before the interview yesterday that this is how it will go down. So I'm not surprised at this. I'm not hurt by it. I'm just content, and it just vindicated me because it has proven that I was correct, and I know exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to junior college, like nobody else out there. So let's get into the story, Smitty.
Uh-oh.
Here's the story.
Get your popcorn ready, y'all.
I hate to be a whistleblower, but I'm gonna give you the school name and everything. Fuck it. San Bernardino Community College, SBVC, San Bernardino Valley College, is, thank you, Bailey, did me a nice little cover. Smitty, when I do jobs, I go all in. I don't go half-ass. So I had Bailey create me this. That was on a cover of a portfolio that I submitted with everything. By the way, they didn't accept because they said they couldn't. But anyway, so this college asked me to go apply for the job. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to apply. But it is what it is. I coached here in 2006, Smitty, so I have full experience on this campus. I've recruited many players there. I understood it. Last time they actually were any good, by the way, contrary to belief. But anyway, I go in there to meet these guys yesterday and interview. Now, let me tell you, Smitty, when I say mockery, I mean mockery of the coaching profession and a slap in every kid in that community in their faces. And boy, oh boy, when I say what I'm about to say, people need to wake up and understand this is happening across America, not only here in California, but it does happen specifically, it happens more in inner city communities than it does anywhere else. These schools, Smitty, think they are so smart by hiring the way they do. And let me break news real quick. First of all, this is fact. You can look this up. Since these community colleges had added the DEI hiring method, which they have used, the last 6 hires at this school have been absolute flops, bust, and the best candidate was not hired. I'm going to repeat, and it's proof. You can go find it. The last 6 hires at this school since DEI has been implemented have been complete, flat, fall on their face bust of coaches and administrators. Also, none of them, and just take it for what you want to take it, were white. Not that I care, but just giving you some context. If you know me and you know what I'm about to tell you, and that's why I started the show off with Smitty. I think Smitty knows who I am, and everyone else knows who I am, and every player out there knows who I am. If you act as if I'm some regular-ass white dude coming from Beverly Hills off the street to go apply for this job, then you shouldn't even be on the hiring committee. First of all, professionally speaking, Smitty, when hiring in the state of California, when you fly the job as a professor/coach, you have procedures to follow. This place literally broke every one of them yesterday with me. The HR secretary, first of all, knows me right out the gate. First of all, Smitty. No, I didn't know her. I'm not saying that. I didn't hit her.
I know. She know you.
I didn't know her. If you do know an interviewer, you're not supposed to acknowledge it and say you know him. That's against the guidelines and bylaws of hiring someone because it is considered prejudice or discriminatory. You are already judging the person prior to the interview. That's just law and code. That's ed code in California when hiring a professor. This isn't an adjunct part-time job. This is a full-time coaching job. The teaching part of it would be the football class and the weight room, which would have been nothing, but that's how they fly it, right?
Yeah.
Now, mind you, this job pays like $112,000. I would have gave that money to fucking my assistant coaches, Smitty and Bailey. I would use it for NIL. I'm just going to be clear here. So I do not need the $112,000. Okay, I want to be fucking clear. So I walked in during this interview with someone before me, and I sit down. The lady, and there's a lady there, and I'm going to explain this. I walked in, Smitty, during an interview with someone else. So literally, I look down and I see feet in this room. I'm like, God damn, there's a lot of people in that motherfucker for a full-time faculty position. Usually there's 6-7 people tops.
Right.
There's 20 people in this room.
Jason, you lying.
I swear to God. So there's 20 people in here.
20 people?
But Smitty, here's the cold part. I could literally hear every question being asked to the applicant that was in there being interviewed. And that's my first red flag. I'm listening to the interview and I'm looking around like, I can hear every question being asked, right? And I hear the guy's answer. And the guy sounded like a young kid that was applying and he was in there and I felt bad for the kid because every question he said was horrible.
Every answer he gave?
Every answer he gave, I'm like, oh, fuck, what a run-on sentence, motherfucker. That means you don't know. So look, no offense to him. I don't know who it was. I didn't see him. But I asked the young lady, who was very sweet and nice, by the way. I said, ma'am, does this candidate walk out through here when he leaves the interview? And she goes, yes, sir. I said, don't take this wrong, ma'am, but can I move? I do not want to be seen. And I said, don't take it wrong. I have my reasons, not to be weird. And I made it like light and funny. So she starts laughing. She goes, oh, no, coach, I know who you are. First of all. So I look at her and I go, okay. Then she said, I'm so shocked you are here right now. And she's all like giddy, not jocking me or nothing. She's just like, you could tell. She's like, happy. I'm like, oh. She goes, then she goes, we finally have someone that knows what they're doing. So I'm like, all right. You know, this is my type of tea. This part, my type of party. Motherfuckers, it takes the whole village, Smitty.
HR, janitors, at the top of the
telling you, yes. So I'm like, okay, I got a decent vibe here. Maybe this is the job I'll take for my last hoorah. So I said, I got my reasons. Let me move then. I don't want to be seen by any applicants because then, oh, JB's here. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want, and if I don't get the job, I don't want to be on Twitter tomorrow saying JB was there at the interview.
Right.
I don't want that. So she moved me in the back into a room where another HR lady meets me at. And she has a packet. She has a packet of questions for me.
Okay.
15 of them that you now have, Smitty. And she tells me, listen, you got 10 minutes to answer every one of these questions, and you're going to write the answer down below the question. And I said, I didn't say this, Smitty, but I'm like, what are we, fucking 8? So I go, ma'am, do I have to write this? Who gets this? She goes, nobody, you get it. I said, excuse me? She said, you're going to write your questions so you have them in front of you during the answers. Or during the question.
Yeah.
And I go, I'm going to write the answers to the questions so I can have them in front of me when you ask me these same questions?
That's insane, homie.
Dear baby Jesus, I come for you today to let you know that the hiring process in California Junior College needs to stop immediately. And presidents need to get a grip with HR and find out a way to really hire the best candidate, not a DEI, not a hire that appeases the masses of woke culture, but hire someone for the babies, the kids that actually need me, Your Honor, or someone like me. Having said that, Lord, let's continue the conversation and whistleblow to let all the kids out there know that you guys have the voice. You need to be heard. You need to tell these administrators, presidents, and HR people, hire someone like JB, not like these other idiots that you fire in a year anyway. And that being said, your name, amen. All right, Smitty, so the first red flag is I'm like, okay, well, listen, ma'am, do I need to write down the questions and the answers to the questions? She goes, no, you don't, but we're going to take that packet in 10 minutes anyway. I go, you're going to take the packet? You just told me to write the answers. Yeah, but we're going to take it from you, and then you're going to go to another room and wait, and then they're going to call you in. And then we're going to give you back the packet.
That's insane.
At this point, I'm like, this is a mockery. So anyway, I said, all right, whatever, ma'am, each his own, but I'm not going to write the answers. I don't need to even read the questions. Whatever you ask me, I've done this long enough. You can't ask me nothing. Unless you ask me some shit about E squared, I don't need MC squared. I don't need to know shit else. So go in this meeting, Smitty. Finally, they call me in. So Smitty, let's get started on this process. That FYI, nobody on this 17-member committee. This is what they tell me before I walk in. Coach Brown, I want to start the process by letting you know that no one has your resume. No one knows who you are. And no one is supposed to have the answers to the questions. Each one member on the committee will ask you a question, and then you can ask your own questions at the end. But they cannot ask you any follow-up questions.
Interesting.
So, Smitty, first of all, let me be clear here. They don't have my resume. They think that's bad business if they got the resume like the day before. So let me ask something. Here's how they did the process. I found out since yesterday.
That's weird.
They took the 10 applicants that had master's degrees of, let's say, 90 people that applied. 10 people had masters. The HR people picked 10 people that had masters. They had no clue about their coaching background, their coaching resume, what they've done for kids, what they've sent to college, who they've sent to the NFL, the programs they've rebuilt. Nothing. They have no idea. It's clearly a bureaucratic decision from HR that we're going to just take 10 guys with master's degrees and put them in front of this committee, and then the committee decides who goes on to the president and meets with him, which is today, by the way, a day later. But we're going to get to that.
That's insane.
Okay, so this committee supposedly doesn't know me. As soon as I walk in this room, Smitty, everyone's eyes and jaws dropped. And I felt like I was on a movie. Everybody in there knew me. I knew 8 people in there because I coached with them 20 years ago at San Bernardino Valley. So I'm like, this is the biggest mockery that I've ever seen in the hiring process. But I said, it is what it is. I'll play the game because I told my friend that's there I would. So I'm a man of my word. I said, let's do it. They said, Coach, you have 15 questions. You get 30 minutes to answer all of them. I was told by another whistleblower after this meeting, Smitty, I'm going to tell you this before I give you the story of the whole thing.
Okay.
That I was the only coach that answered all 15 questions within the allotted time.
So even though you thought it was some BS, you still did the best job with and you didn't take no notes. They took notes, homie.
Well, listen, I already have a person on the committee that's talked to me since then and said, JB, this is a joke and a mockery, and it wasn't even fucking close. And they just, I'll tell you what they told me. But anyway, they said, so basically I had 10 minutes to review the questions in that private room back there, right? Like I was in fucking, what's that jail in Cuba? Guantanamo. Like I was in Guantanamo Bay. So listen, I got 10 minutes to review the questions. I didn't. I looked at them and I go, okay, this is elementary as shit. Remember we did this bullshit the other day? It was all planned. I was fucking with everybody because these weren't the questions that you asked me the other day on the show. But now that I do have the questions, because I screenshotted them yesterday for this very reason, if I thought about blasting these motherfuckers, I was like, you know what? I got the platform. I'm going to screenshot these questions. So, Smitty, you have the questions, but here's the thing. You should never take 30 minutes to answer 15 questions that you all found on Google. It's a mockery. All of you guys, and I hope the president of this school is listening, you guys are a joke. And it's a mockery that you allow the hiring process for your institution to be conducted in this manner. And all you guys that think I'm ghetto and loud and cussing up, I can talk with presidents of universities and I can talk with presidents of the United States. I can play the game. Don't get it twisted. I'm a cold hustler and I'm a chameleon. And this is why I am the best recruiter in America history. This is why I am who I am, because I can walk into any hood, anywhere, and I'll sell ice to an Eskimo at any time. Don't get it fucking twisted. You presidents who hold doctorate degrees, should be ashamed of yourselves because you are letting great coaches and leaders of men get thrown back into regular society when they could be helping your campus, your players, and your student athletes that aren't even their players. Other players from other programs actually buy in to good football programs because football runs your campus. Don't get it twisted. When you guys figure that out, maybe you'll change your process. But let's dive into it, Smitty. Let's just dive into the questions. And I want to be clear. I'm literally going to take the question you asked me and I'm going to type it into Google and I want to see if this question was brought up and formed from Google. Because if that's how you hire,
these are definitely AI questions for sure.
Yeah, if that's how you hire, then which I knew, it's a joke. And you should not hire that way because none of you on that committee knew about what it took to rebuild a program or how to do it. So Smitty, I'm just going to be honest. I knew going in that I was going to be perceived as arrogant, cocky, whatever. And I knew by how fast and direct I answered these questions, I knew that they were going to be turned off. And they were going to be scared because they don't want to work. Remember, when you have other programs coaches on the committee that are horrible, I mean, I'm just being honest. I don't know a lot of these guys, but they're bad. They're a bad program overall athletically. They have been for 20 years. When you just are taught to not ruffle feathers and not get in trouble, but losing is okay, it's not a place I want to be at anyway. So they are content, Smitty, with losing and not ruffling questions. They don't want to ruffle any waves. They don't want to make waves. They just They just want this mediocrity shit, and that doesn't mix with me. And I'm glad today I'm here, knowing that I wasn't forced into this decision. Because, be clear, this is where if you want me for me. Because I think I'm known enough to know that you know who I am and what results I get. You don't want to be at a place like that. So anyway, let's dive into it.
Man, I got the questions right here.
Explain and then read the top what it says.
I'm gonna set the stage, y'all. So at the very top of this, it says you will have 10 minutes to review these interview questions. You will have 30 minutes to respond to these questions during your interview. It will be up to you to manage your time. You may write notes on this document, as you will be able to have this document in front of you during your interview. Any notes written on this document will not be used to determine any type of score, qualification, or candidacy. So that's the top. Just kind of set the stage, y'all. So question number 1, how was your personal, educational, and professional background prepared you for this role as head coach at SBVC?
First of all, I appreciate all you guys having me. It takes a lot of courage to have someone like me in front of you to interview. So I appreciate all you guys. First of all, I want to let you guys know that. They all said, oh, thank you, no problem. Good. Appreciate you coming. I said, all right. I think I'm as JUCO gets. But I didn't say JUCO. I said community college. I said I'm as community college because I want to be professional, Smitty. JUCO's kind of hood. I said I'm as community college as community college gets, number 1. I was born for this position. I wasn't bred into it. So I said, I was born for this. I said, that's number 1. Number 2, I got 25 years of experience in this profession as a teacher and or coach. And I said, to answer your professional, I got a master's degree, 2 bachelor's degrees, and an associate degree. I said, I have about every degree you could have. And I said, I think I checked the boxes as far as educational. And your other question was, what was it, Cindy?
How has your personal, educational, and professional background prepared you for this role? So you just answered that pretty well. So I want to question number 2. Our college emphasizes diversity, equity, and inclusion. How have you incorporated these values into your teaching and coaching, both on and off the field? Okay,
so Bailey, I don't know if you could take that question and Google it.
DEI.
And see if it pops up. I would bet dollars to dimes it does. I'm not going to do it, but I'm just telling you, I would bet dollars to dimes. So read it again, Smitty.
Our college emphasizes diversity, equity, and inclusion. That's DEI, y'all. How have you incorporated these values into your teaching and coaching, both on and off the field? Jason?
I build relationships from diverse backgrounds, which create a safe space for open dialogue about personal experiences. I foster new coaching approaches to these individual needs, whether they have an IEP, a 504, or what have you. And I actively recruit from diverse talent pools and consistently challenge biased behaviors while promoting inclusivity in team dynamics. That was my answer.
You're a bad boy for that one. Anytime homie says foster, I foster something, you a bad boy.
I know the game, homie. If you're gonna send me a Googleable question, I'm gonna give you a Googleable answer.
You say I foster relationship.
You know what? These phony hiring processes, they want to hear trigger words.
Yeah, foster.
Trigger words, foster. That's the trigger. So that's literally what I said yesterday. Okay, go ahead. Next question.
Okay, next question. When student athletes face challenges such as not applying for financial aid, not following their educational plans, or struggling academically, how would you and your coaching staff collaborate with campus partners to address these issues? How would you ensure similar challenges are avoided in the future?
So go back, start over again. Sorry, I was looking at something.
When student athletes face challenges like not applying for financial aid, not following their educational plans, or struggling academically, how would you and your coaching staff collaborate with campus partners to address these issues? How would you ensure similar challenges are avoided in the future?
Here's the first part that they don't like. First of all, it comes down to who I hire. This is my question, yes, and my answer. I hire coaches with degrees. My coaches with degrees will have private one-on-one time with our student athletes that will develop and become private tutors, so you guys aren't bothered off hours, because we're the only ones that are 24/7, 365 with our kids. You guys clock in and clock out. And when I need a kid to pass a test or write a paper, guess what? My coach may have to be with him at 2 a.m. in a back room. So I want that coach to be educated enough to be able to teach him proper grammar, et cetera, so we don't use your resources in off-peak hours. Now, having said that, I'm going to hire coaches that have degrees, number one. What's the second part question?
Second part of the question was this right here. How would you, okay, so yeah, the first part, how would you and your coaching staff collaborate with campus partners? I think you kind of answered that. How would you ensure similar challenges are avoided in the future?
Similar challenges or avoid those challenges in the future are we get our kids pre-recruiting. We know as juniors and seniors, are they applicable or ready to go to the NCAA? If they're non-qualifiers, we get ahead of the game and we start putting them in concurrent enrollment classes. What concurrent enrollment is, by the way, half of them didn't even know what it means. I put you in junior college courses while you're in high school still, and I want to knock out and get you ready to pass the math and English portion of your, because Smitty, here's what people don't understand in these interviews. These inner city kids are struggling the most with what? Math and English. To graduate from a 2-year institution and get an AA degree, you need to take 2 transferable math and 3 transferable Englishes. So guess what? The only way for me to get you out in 18 months to a 4-year institution is to get you through those 3 Englishes and 2 maths as fast as I possibly can. I need to prep you prior to your arrival on my campus. So I'm going to put you in concurrent enrollment. These motherfuckers looked at me like, how's this motherfucker know so much? I'm not being cocky. I'm not being cocky or arrogant, homie. This is what I do. This is why I've graduated more students than any human ever coaching community college. I know the hustle and the way. I'm from Compton, homie. Understand, I'm going to take the hood, mix with the fucking privilege, and blend it and figure out, guess what? This motherfucker's going to figure out how to get black kids fucking graduated.
What'd you call that? The hood and the privilege mixed together? What, is it a word for that?
Chameleon.
Okay.
So my chameleon ass blends all this. This is the problem. None of those people know how to do any of this. And they're looking at me like I'm a problem because they don't want to work, Smitty.
You a threat, homie.
I'm a threat to their livelihood, to their day-to-day operation, that they can come into school and just do the absolute least, get a check, get tenured, get coverage insurance-wise, get their whole retirement paid for, CalPERS, STIRS, all that shit for doing bare minimum, while these kids are leaving your school at an all-time high. And by the way, San Bernardino, your graduation rate, not to throw this out there, is fucking 25%.
He threw it out there.
Now, this is the irony, Smitty, the irony of the hiring. Your graduation rate at your college is 25% and you have the irony. You have the irony to act as if you don't know who I am, yet you do. And you think you know better by your last 6 hires have been absolute bust. And you've gone with the DEI method that we've seen cripple a lot of the infrastructure in this country. But anyway, that's a whole other problem. All right, let's go. Smitty, 3.
Next question, let's get it. That's question number 4. Recruiting is critical for this football program. It's critical.
Oh, my dick's hard. I'm in there like, oh my God. Because here's the crazy part, Smitty. Let me give you some context. when I was sitting in the room in Guantanamo Bay, I was sitting there and I got to hear this question being asked to the applicant. And I was sitting. No, it wasn't that, because the questions are all the same. So I had the paper later, right?
Yeah.
But what I heard was a fucking 10-minute answer from this young coach. He was clearly young. From a 10-minute coach. By the way, my graduation rate at Indy was 98. So just throwing that out there. But anyway, I heard this kid's answer, and he was like, he didn't know. And when you don't know, you make a 1-minute answer 10.
Yeah.
So you can try to fool a motherfucker and act like you know some shit when you don't know it, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to give some free game here, but I don't want to give too much, but I will give a lot of you guys interviewing some free game. Answer the question. Ask the question, Smitty.
Right. I said one line, and you just took off. Recruiting is critical for this football program. How would you approach recruiting local student athletes and building relationships with local high school coaches while ensuring compliance with 3C2A recruiting bylaws? Additionally, how would you delegate recruiting responsibilities among your coaching staff? So answer the first question first.
So anyway, 3C2A is like the NCAA for California JUCO. So you know, that's the bylaws. That's the NCAA for Cali JUCO. Mm-hmm. NJCAA is the national JUCO where I was at in Kansas. So I just want to be clear, that's the two different, so everybody knows. Okay, so first of all, this 3-2CA thing, California COA, we call it here in California, it probably won't exist anymore after this prep school thing goes into effect from court. So they haven't done forward. They have no like you should ask that. Plus, what if it changes in the legislature and we become this? That's what I would have asked if I was a hiring process, because I know the laws that's coming down. But anyway, here it is, Smitty. First of all, we're going to have a primary zone and a secondary zone in recruiting. Number one. Number two, each one of those zones will be numbered. So San Bernardino Community College District will be our zone 1, and all the schools within it, such as Aquinas and San Bernardino High and Cajon and Colton High School and Redlands and Rev and all these schools. And I just named a few inside of Zone 1, San Bernardino Community College District, within the continuous districts of California recruiting bylaws, which I know like the back of my hand. I didn't need to fucking research this or paper. So I said Zone 2 will be Chaffee Community College District, which will be the high schools within Chaffee's district, meaning Chaffee High, Altaloma High, all these schools, where Eric Weddle went, all these schools, Bobby Wagner went, to all these schools inside of Chaffee's district. Then number 3 would be Citrus. Citrus Community College District would be Zone 3. So how I delegate was another question. So I put each coach in a zone. Each coach has a zone. These are the schools in that zone. You now are held accountable for that zone. And if we don't get those kids in that zone, you coach, will be fired or held accountable. That's primary recruiting. And there's 5 of those zones. And our primary recruiting zone, 1 being San Bernardino, obviously, our backyard.
Yep.
Secondary recruiting zone. That is what we call a C-form first contact, out of district. That means the kid is out of district, illegal for us to recruit. We need them to call first. We note it down. Darnell Smith called us first. We put it on what's called a C-form, a first contact form, meaning now we're legal to go and contact them back. They don't know anything like any of this.
Like,
I'm giving.
At this point, they're probably like, whoa. Like, he should have all of our jobs right now, all of our positions.
So I'm just trying to actually not be cocky or arrogant either. It's just such a dumb, easy question to me. I'm just like, well, it took me 1 minute to answer all that. I gave you the slow version.
Yeah.
I'm like, boom, 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 boom. And I said, then I will incentivize every single zone with that coach. And that coach will have incentivized things for grabbing certain kids. You know, if you land Darnell Smith and he's the best kid going and he doesn't make it to USC because of academics or The portal. See, these motherfuckers have not a clue what's going on in college football, Smitty. You know what I'm saying? They have no idea what's going on. The portal's affecting these kids. You don't have a clue that your kid's probably not going to get recruited, so we're going to go steal some cats that you don't even know about. But anyway, Smitty.
Let me go to the next one. Let me go to the next question because you answered that flawlessly. What is your teaching philosophy, and how do you ensure your students achieve the learning outcomes for your courses? Can you provide an example?
I'm a democratic style with infectious enthusiasm that permeates throughout the campus.
Oh, he said infectious. He can't even spell that shit. Give examples.
See, I know how to play this game. That they don't understand who they're fucking with. And that's what happens is when you have a guy like me, they're going to take that as cocky and arrogant. Because you know me, they think I'm cocky and arrogant. So in a meeting like this, I was trying to be so like grounded and not the guy on Netflix.
Yeah.
But not a fake guy either. I had to play. I wanted to be like, all right, I'm going to go in there and be balanced.
A version of yourself almost. Like, yeah.
Yeah, like I'm not going to be fake. I'm never going to do that. I'll never do that. I'm not going to be the Netflix guy they think I am so they can see there's another side to this cat. And so I was like, all right, so I'm going to play the game and show these motherfuckers that I can play this corporate media game too if they want to get into it.
Right.
So they want to be bureaucratic and play this game. I can do it real easy. But I told all you coaches out there, you better have a philosophy, whether it's teaching or coaching, and it better be one sentence or two sentences max, but I keep it in one. You better have it ready to spit out anytime somebody asks you walking down the street. If you run into Nick Saban and he asks you what your coaching philosophy is, guess what? Half of you coaches, I would say more than half, can't answer. You don't know your philosophy. If you don't know your coaching philosophy, coaches, how are you going to coach others? You don't even have your own goddamn philosophy.
Infectious enthusiasm, homie.
But listen, but that's not it. Then I said, I'm a hands-on teacher of fundamentals, and I have an unparalleled drive for success.
Unparalleled drive for success. These trigger words, man, homie. Okay, give examples of successful fundraising or community engagement initiatives you have led for a football program. What were the outcomes?
$3 million at Indy.
Excuse me?
I raised $3 million at Indy before Netflix.
You told us how.
Crowdfunding, emails, people I know, golf tournaments, car dealership ads, door to door. Pat Perez, Nike, Jordan, Adidas, DV Sport. Like, I didn't say this many, but like, wake the fuck up, people. It's not like, it's no offense. It's not Darnell Smith interviewing that you don't know that's coaching.
Fuck. Got me like, damn.
It's not Darnell Smith coaching. It's you can literally know who I am.
Homie. Google my name right now, homie. Don't do that. Google my name right now, see what pops up. I'm the first Darnell Smith that pops up on Google right now. Everybody try right now, homie.
Smitty, you have no idea like what Pat tells me. Like, get a job, homie, because I fucking throw $1 million in there just to get you the coldest shit. You know what I mean? Like, do people realize who I know and what I can do?
Tell Pat this is the job. Throw the meal at this shit. Pat, throw the meal here.
Did people realize, Smitty, what I could actually do? The game changing that I can affect these kids with? Like, you know what game changing? See, all you players out there that have DM'd me in the last 3 weeks, listen, you guys are the ones that need to go tell these people you're hiring absolute jokes. And you wonder why this team and this school last year couldn't even field a team. You wonder why? It's not hard to figure out. It's not hard to figure out. Shit rolls downhill, Smitty. It starts with the hiring process.
Yeah.
And this is the process that's going on, Smitty, that we see across America, and the kids are suffering. Not me. Not me, homie. Not the coach that didn't get the job. The kids are the ones. They don't want me, Smitty, to tweet out tonight. Let's be honest. Let's say I went through and got the job tonight, and I call you and Smitty. Because you didn't know I was even in this mix, right?
No idea.
Bailey didn't know. Bailey thought I was doing it for a clinic. Smitty, if I tweet out today, I would have did something. You know, I'd probably did a video or something. Listen, man, I'm getting back into business. I got to go one more go at this thing.
We went viral, homie.
Well, not only viral, but here's the ending, though. Now, all you players that need a home, holler. Click. There would have been 2,000 kids enrolling at San Bernardino Valley College tomorrow.
You know where to find me, homie.
Homie, do these people understand?
I ain't hard to find.
I'm trying to figure out because I got these people that were on this committee. I got these people on this committee, Smitty, that are like, how the fuck does anybody in their right mind not understand what you could do for a place and how many kids want to play for you? Do you know how many fucking DMs I have right now? I wish I would share them. If I could share the private shit, I would do it to let you know that it's real. It would have been the easiest recruiting of my life, Smitty. Because I don't have to find them no more.
They find you, homie.
I don't have to find kids no more.
They're coming to you. Like
I'm a tweet away. Like, hey, dog, it's San Bernardino Valley, homie. Come through, Wolverines. Like, I can do whatever. And Smitty, we would have filmed everything like Prime in Colorado. We would have made our own. We would have made our own Netflix.
I would have been Bucky with my phone.
We'd have made our own shit. But here's the thing, Smitty. Just go buzz through a couple other questions.
Yeah, we'll go quick. Our current student athlete graduation rate is 25%. How would you have helped your players complete the academic requirements within 2 years?
18-month grad plans, a concurrent enrollment, put them on an ability to benefit test. They had no idea, Smitty. Not one person in this committee knew what ability to benefit test was. They all asked me, what is that? Swear to God on my daughter, my dead dad. They asked me what an ability to benefit test was. And this is how cold. I'm going to be honest, dog. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm trying not to be cocky and arrogant with you in here. I want to let you just know how badly kids are being fucked today when there's a guy like me out there that's at least willing to put his foot in the water to try it again, which I did last night, and that's my last time trying it. But let me be honest. Ability to benefit tests, Smitty, for everyone out there, especially inner city kids and youth, need to understand something. This is why I'm a real one. A lot of kids don't graduate with their high school diploma, Smitty, at 18 years old. By law, 18 years old is what is needed to receive financial aid. But to get financial aid per law, you have to have a high school diploma or equivalent GED. These coaches have no idea what an ability to benefit test is. What an ability to benefit test is a test, real simple. You pass the test because you are 18, so you can take the test. You're a non-graduate of high school. By the way, these are my best players I've ever coached. Again, Compton, turn it over rocks, understanding the rules and the laws and how to use them for your players is what makes you a great coach. Nobody in this room, 20 people, knew what an ability to benefit test was. And you are fucking administrators at a college. You're an administrators at a college that have no idea what an ability to benefit, not even your fucking AD, knows what an ability to benefit test was. And I asked them directly in their face yesterday, Smitty, and not one person knew. This is what it is, Smitty. 18 years old, I didn't graduate. My mama got killed. My daddy was a crackhead. I never met him. I had a baby at 16. I didn't graduate high school. How can I go there, coach? I can't get Pell Grant. Yes, you can. You fuck with JB. I got you. Go ask half of Jordan Downs project kids if I got them their fucking FAFSA without graduating. Go ask half of Compton, half of Miami-Dade, half of Deerfield Beach, half of fucking Everglades, half of Dillard, half of fucking every high school in Georgia, South Carolina, Silver Bluff, South Carolina. Go ask Burns High School in South Carolina. Go ask everybody if I got them their financial aid money and they never graduated high school. Said that. Not one person on the committee knew what it was. Smitty, what it is you pass this test, you get financial aid because you're 18. You didn't have to even graduate or have a diploma.
You bad boy.
Also, Smitty, California has out-of-state tuition for out-of-state kids. People hate me in California because I always found the loophole. Washington, D.C., Smitty, I had 50 kids at Compton from D.C. Ballou, Woodrow Wilson, DeMatha. Mm-hmm. I had some dudes. Some of the greatest kids I've ever coached, by the way, who I talk to this day, are from the D.C. area. I got them in-state tuition day one in California. You know why? Because JB is a hustler and found out that D.C. stands for what? District of Columbia, right?
Exactly. I thought it was a loophole. I thought it was like a trick behind it. That's why I didn't answer it.
Do you know D.C. is not a state? It's a district. You're not out of state.
You a bad motherfucker.
California coaches turned me in for being illegal. And I said I was illegal recruiting. And I had 50 kids from DMV. And everyone was like, how do you have all these DC kids? And they're in-state students. Because I'm the coldest motherfucker that ever walked when it comes to this coaching thing. But you administrators are so scared to understand it ain't about you, homie. It's about us. And that's the players that's involved that are being left and thrown to the wolves now because you refuse to hire the right person. And you have no idea who you're hiring. And you have no idea. You go through the life bare minimum and just walking through the motions. Nobody wants to work. And when I walked in that room, I changed the whole demeanor of the fucking room, Smitty. I'm telling you, I've never seen 20 more scared motherfuckers in my life than yesterday. I'm going to be honest.
That's insane. That's insane, homie. I got probably two. I got a scenario, and then I'll give you like a last little question just to end it off before we do a quick break before Steve. So this is a scenario. You have a starting quarterback who reports dizziness after being hit during a game, but insists he feels better and wants to return to play. How would you handle this situation while ensuring adherence to safety protocols and athletic regulations?
Before you ask it's a whole question. Here's the thing. This is my exact answer to this question. And by law, it is verbatim by law, it is the correct one. And I want you to ask it as the committee member, and I'm going to answer it in real time speed. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to show you exactly what happened. Go answer it.
Jason, we have a scenario for you. A starting quarterback reports dizziness after being hit during a game, but insists he feels better and wants to return to play. How would you handle this situation while also ensuring adherence to safety protocols and athletic regulations?
Nothing.
How would you handle the situation?
Give it to the doctor and the trainer. Now you say, okay, then.
Okay, then.
And let's move on. That's what they said. So it was a minute of silence, and they looked at each other. They looked at each other with a minute of silence, and I'm sitting there. Because, Smitty, it's a trick question. They want the coach to say, I'm going to check him out, and if he's okay, and I think he's okay, I'm going to put him in. Well, you would be fired.
Yeah.
And you would be liable for that kid to suffer any further injury.
Yep.
Here, go to the doctor, son. Go to the trainer, son. By law, that's the answer, homie. They were not ready for that shit. They wanted some long fucking drawn out answer. And I'm sitting there, Smitty, like, looking at these motherfuckers like, what else you want to ask me? Because you know you're not getting shit out of me, homie. This ain't my first fucking rodeo, homie.
Right.
The whole interview is an absolute trick bag, Smitty. It's a joke. It's a mockery of the system. And this is a bunch of people that don't know how to hire, who fucking hire people that should never be around kids. Black kids at that.
Ooh, jeez.
So that's the problem. And by the way, you're gonna hire a black man. I would bet dollars to dimes you hire a brother that I know one of them on the that went through the deal. And I'm gonna be honest, homie, this motherfucker literally walks around his campus with a backpack on, acting as if he's a player at the school to try to holler at bitches.
Oh, what's his name?
Now let me reiterate. I know a motherfucker that interviewed that literally walks around his school where he's at as an assistant with a backpack on, thinking that he's a student. So bitches think he's a kid at this college. And he's married, by the way. And this motherfucker is applying and probably will get the head coaching job.
How old is he?
Oh, 35.
Huh. How in the 18-year-olds and 19-year-olds on campus?
Homie, I'm just telling you, dog. This is who they'll hire. Someone like that.
What's his name, though? It's Truth on Thursday.
I'm not gonna do all that, but I'm just telling you, homie. Just pick one random question. We'll end it with, Smitty.
Well, this is the last one. I'm just gonna do it this way.
If you want to ask the last one, that I get to,
that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing, homie. Is there any additional information that you would like to share with the committee, or do you have any questions specific to the position that you would like to ask?
None to share besides thanks for having me. Appreciate you guys. And listen, I have 3 questions. Do you have priority registration for football players? These motherfuckers looked around and exactly. They acted like motherfuckers had no clue, homie. And then they finally said yes. So what priority registration is, Smitty, is
we get our books first and shit. Yeah.
Well, no, we get the classes we need to graduate. Yeah. Since I have 200 fucking players, I should get priority over fucking the history guy.
Normal at the D1 level.
Supposed to be. A lot of California JUCOs don't have priority registration, homie, and it's a joke.
That's crazy.
So anyway, they took fucking 2 minutes to answer it, and then they said, "Yeah, we'll get it." Okay, so that's number 1. I asked. Number 2, I said, "Do you have the ability to benefit test in place?" That's when they had no clue what it was. I went around 15 members and not one person knew what the ability to benefit test was, which I asked you. And what I told you guys it was. And it's a joke, homie. This is the kids that are going to be affected. The kids are going to be affected by the hire at this place and all these other places, not me. And the third question was, Smitty, I asked them, I said, will I have the ability to schedule my practices, etc., accordingly to the time that fits our needs? And they said, "Oh, it depends if we share the turf field with soccer and blah blah blah." And I go, "Well, it's probably why." And I'll tell you how it ended. But I said, "Well, maybe you think about changing that because I'll have 200 players here that will need priority. And I like to practice early in the morning or late at night. You know why? Because that's when kids function the best. Not at 3 in the afternoon after they already went through fucking 7 classes and have to worry about what math class to test to pass and what English class and how their baby mama is and the WIC they need to go get their mama for eggs and milk and the fucking their uncle who's slapping their mama and the fucking homie who just got shot and the fucking fuck homie. Do these people understand what JUCO is? Do they fucking get it? No, they don't get it, homie. And I hope their president is watching this because I just gave you a first-class lesson on how to fucking hire for your campus, Mr. President. Not for fucking me. Motherfucker, I got money. I got hoes and I got houses. Get the fuck out of here. I don't need your fucking $100,000 job. You needed me to be relevant again, and you fucked it up. So, Smitty?
And we're going to end it like this. What's the name of the school you talking about again for the people who just jumped on? What's the name of the school just to close it out? Here we go right here. Thank you, Bailey. San Bernardino Valley College.
You can leave that up. So, Smitty, so you understand. My guy called me, who was supposed to be on the committee, who didn't show. Ironically, I don't know about that one. But listen, he called me and said, "What happened, blah, blah, blah." I said, "What happened to you, homie?" He told me what happened. He goes, 5 people on the that got interviewed called me and they said they got emails denying them. Check your email. So I go on the email, I pull up my emails right away. The generic response. Thank you for coming, Coach. We appreciate the interview. At this time, we move forward without moving you on to the next portion of the process. I responded, LOL, thumbs up. It's a mockery, homie. It really is. It's a job. It's a DEI. We're hiring based on
other factors that's not based upon the kids or coaching. It's about like optics and stuff. Yeah.
Thank you. You and I could give a fuck less who the coach was by his skin color.
Yeah, I care. Was you a good coach? Are we gonna win? What's our scheme? Will we like? Yeah, I want. Yeah.
Or what we're gonna do?
I told you, all my head coaches have always been white. All my head coaches. Now my position coaches, I've had brother, black, high school line coach, and that's whatever. But all my head coaches, Coach Hart, who I'm still cool with to this day. Coach Limbo, it's just that's who I had, So it is what it is, man. And that's crazy. I'm glad you shared that though to give us we got real insight. I got insight. I've never interviewed for a coaching position, so it's cool to see that. And appreciate the fans for staying locked into that. We are about to transition though, kind of on these back half 2 hours to our more traditional show, and we do have one of our biggest guests who comes on 2 times a week, man. The Korean coach, the one and only Steve Kim is in the building, JB. Steve, how you doing?
Morning, fellas. What's going on?
Morning, Steve. Man, crazy times. I got coursed into interviewing Steve for a job. Nobody knew. I didn't tell nobody, and I just explained the exact process, and it was straight up DEI. And I'm glad I left that fucking place and said.
Next time you're asked as a favor, you know what I would do, Coach? I would say, great, Venmo me $2,500 for my time. That's what I would do.
That's a good plan.
You could be more right. I'm just telling you, I'm getting fed up.
I'm just saying, you want 2 hours of my time, it'll cost. I don't do favors for people. I think most of life is transactional. I think there's a very, very basic truth that people do not want to. Like when people say, can you go here? And I say, no. They said, why? Why? What's in it for me? I think it's absolutely okay to be selfish. I think it's the best way to live. I think once you come to that realization, everything opens up in a more honest, integrity-laden way. Like, Steve, can you come here? Probably not. What if I gave you $5,000? Yeah, what time? I actually think that when people realize, hey, Steve actually values his time. Because I tell they always go, what are you going to do? Well, what do you got planned? Well, I'm going to read a book and I'm going to enjoy it. Just leave them at that. Like, your biggest leverage can be, I don't need to be there. I mean, I've told people, like, hey, in this job, and I said, you probably can't pay me enough. And I only, if you're going to fly me out, I'm not doing anything less than business, so I'm good. Because if we can't start there, I'm okay not working. I'm okay. I have the leverage to say that I'd rather just read a book. I think more people need to value everyone else's time, because time is finite. We all run out of it.
It is. I agree. And the crazy part about it is I had several people told me the exact same thing that actually are there that lured me to go do this. But they were like, JB, I started doing this shit tell these motherfuckers. I said, man, here's the thing, Steve. I'm blessed enough to be able to go spend $500 and do what I did. And I'm about to tell everybody what I did. Smitty, I had an excuse. I bought a cold ass dark blue Navy suit, the blue shirt with the blue tie. I went in there, San Bernardino colors, as I always interview. I had the blue colored socks with the craw. I looked like I was ready to go be the head coach. Just like Steve will tell you, when a coach takes a job, he's got the colors of Miami tie on, or the suit color, whatever. I went in there with that. I said it's an excuse to wear a suit, buy a suit that actually got fitted for. Yep. And I'll wear it again. It's tailored. I'll wear it again one day. I didn't give a fuck about the 500 loss, but it was an excuse for me because I knew I wasn't going to get it. I knew that I was like, all right, I'll go buy a suit. But to Steve's point, I should have charged $2,500 and fucking. But that is what it is, man. It's unbelievable the way we got going, man. It's fucked up. But anyway, Steve,
run down here, man. Steve, I know we mentioned this a little bit earlier this week, but Going back on the Carson Beck news, man. So apparently Georgia wanted Carson Beck to return for the 2025 season after entering the transfer portal. And word on the street is Alabama was actually the second team to call. You guys were the ones that ultimately got him. I guess any insight on just ultimately like how this all went down?
Well, part of it is that his girlfriend is one of the Cavender twins who plays on the women's basketball team. They're pretty big in the NIL space. Yeah, that probably helped, I'm assuming. And I just think it's strange that so many guys are transferring or even thinking about, and obviously he didn't do it, transferring to your rival. I mean, there used to be a time that if you were going to transfer, a school would say, okay, you can transfer anywhere but except these 3 schools in our conference or our main rival.
Yeah.
That element has been gone. Now I see players playing at UCLA, then USC, and then going back to UCLA. I think this whole transfer portal thing is here to stay. I would streamline it. I would make several rules. Number 1, you still have to sit out a year.
Yeah.
I've read of so many stories of players who were thinking about transferring back before all of this, and they said, I didn't want to sit out a year because I'm glad that I stayed. The other thing I would do is that once you're in the transfer portal, you can never go back to your original school. You don't get to do that. So if you leave University XYZ, all right, they're part of your history, rear view mirror, you're done. Go to any other school you want, but you can't go back there. So they can't be a fallback. Another thing I would do is to keep players from leveraging money against the school is once you go into the transfer portal, I would set a deadline as after this date, you can't even go back to your old school. You want to get a divorce lawyer? Get out. I mean, that's what I would do. I mean, a lot of people are going to disagree, but that's okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm with you, though. I think right now it's just too easy. And I think that's why even kids who are not for sure if they want to leave, they're like, why not? Why not put your name in the portal? Because worst case scenario, to your point, Steve, you can always just go back or bounce back, whatever the case may be. So it's like no loss for them.
But JB, if I was a coach and some marginal player that still needed developing, but I was willing to keep his coach, I'm going to enter my name in the transfer portal. I would just be like this. Yeah, okay, so I just want to let you know. So once that happened, that we are willing to keep you on scholarship, I want you to get your degree. We think you have a future at this program. But either way, I want to give you your 4 to 5 years. I made a promise to your mom. You're going to get a degree. I'm going to help raise a young man. But since you're making a grown man decision, as soon as I see your name in that little portal thing on the internet that Al Gore invented, that door closes. You can never come back. I mean, it has to go both ways here.
I agree. It's just it's so far gone that they'll never get it back. That's just my opinion. I don't think you can get it.
Darnell, if your wife said, Darnell, I think we should. I don't know. I don't want to say get a divorce, but maybe we should start dating other people, and maybe we'll see how it goes. That wouldn't play well with you.
That's a breakup, right? Because sometimes, to that point, Steve, I've heard couples say, "Yeah, we're not breaking up, or we're not separating. We're just taking like a break." I'm like, "What is a break? Like, what does that mean?"
Broken up.
Yeah, you broke up. A break is
you're being half pregnant. There's no such thing.
Yeah,
I don't. And by the way, I want to say one thing. Speaking of Miami, congratulations to Darren Smith making the College Football Hall of Fame. Long, well-deserved honor. I don't care about these other guys. Some guy named Michael Vick made it, whatever. I guess he was okay. But Darren Smith, the Flash, the most complete all-around outside linebacker in program history, part of the famed Bermuda Triangle, one of the fastest, most athletic, technically sound players in the University of Miami, 2-time All-American, 2-time national titleist, 2-time Super Bowl champion. Salute to the Flash. Darren Smith, what a football player that guy was. Great guy, too.
Hey, Steve, too, I want to shout out to a legendary man. Steve Smitty probably doesn't know who this is, but I think yesterday morning, Gus Williams died. Legendary Seattle Supersonic legend, died at 70, I believe 71 years old. I guess he just broke down over the last few days. His body has broke down. And I think they're doing it. They're letting everybody know. But I think David Williams is Gus's brother, and he broke the news. But Gus was a legend in Seattle for the OG Supersonic, Steve. I think, back in the day. But
They were the world champions in the late 70s. I think Jack Sigma might have been on that team. Downtown Freddie Brown.
Yeah.
Good team. Great team. They won a title. And I think the coach was Lenny Wilkins. And Dennis Johnson, God rest his soul, also a Hall of Famer, was on that squad.
Slick Watts.
Slick Watts, I think, was on. Hey, guys, your show yesterday got me thinking of something. Coach, you brought up a scenario where you said, hey, Darnell, what if me and you were sharing a girl and it caused an issue, this and that? That reminded me of one of the great episodes of The White Shadow. So Coolidge and Thorpe were like seeing the same girl. Then all of a sudden something happened where I think one of them got the heebie-jeebies or the cooties, and it caused like a rift between the two guys. And one time in practice, Big Cool, he threw like a baseball bat right at the face of Thorpe, and Coach Reeves had to calm him down, saying, "What the hell's going on here?" And it turns out, they're kind of like a love triangle, not the triangle offense. Great episode of White. Only Coach Reeves could have handled that the way he did.
I don't think Smitty knows what White Shadow is. One of the greatest.
I've talked on the show before. I've never seen it. I never saw it though. Yeah.
You would absolutely love the White Shadow. Is a white coach basically with a bunch of like brothers and I don't know.
They had one
Puerto
Mexican. They had Gomez. Yeah. We're in LA. There's no Puerto Ricans here. It was Gomez. And then they had Salami, the Italian kid. They had Goldstein, the Jewish kid. There's the thing that gets me. You couldn't even get an Asian tutor. Damn. Everyone's represented. Everybody's represented. You can't even get it. The team manager was black. Come on, your whole team is black. I know you're going to like Carver High. There couldn't be one like exchange student from Tokyo that was going to go to college at age 12 that was tutoring the players. Come on,
Steve. Let's do a remake of it. We got JB here, white coach, black community. We have you. We have the Korean coach there, and you have a brother. We could almost do like a remake of it.
Yeah, I mean, the problem if you did a remake in today's Hollywood, they make a gay character, an LGBTQ. They probably make him the best player, and then I'd
have to get a girl to be on the team.
Yeah, I mean, before Michael Jordan, you could make an argument that Ken Reeves was the most famous Chicago Bull. All due respect to guys like Jerry Sloan and Johnny Red Kerr, but the opening montage was Ken Reeves, who could actually play basketball. Ken Howard, the actor, he actually boxed too, because he boxed as an amateur. But in the opening credit, Ken Reeves goes up for a layup and he blows out his knee. And it's at the LA Sports Arena, and his old friend, the principal, comes up to him in the hospital and says, "All right, Ken, you're washed up. Come and save these ghetto kids." And Ken's like, "Okay, I will." Yeah, great show. Remember he almost beat up Hayward in the opening game because they're getting blown out, and he nearly shoved Hayward in the locker. Like, ooh, this white guy's pretty tough.
Y'all reminiscing, boy.
What a show.
Hey, Smitty, the only way you can watch it now is go on YouTube and you can pull up.
I'm sure the episode are on there for sure.
You got to do it. By the way, your homework is to watch every episode by tonight and just tell me about it tomorrow and a whole full synopsis of it.
All right, I'll put up.
Remember when Jackson died? Man, that was sad. They had just won a playoff game. Jackson makes the beer run. Someone robs the liquor store and bang, 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 and then like you're all sad about it. And it turns out the reason why they killed the actor because the actor was asking for more money, so they got rid of him. So it kind of ruined it. NIL. But Steve, let me ask you something. Speaking of what permeates throughout the team, Matthew Stafford's wife, after the tragedy and the fires that are going on here in LA, the Bidwills, thanks to Bidwill and everybody, flying everybody out. I don't know if you heard this story, but it's getting some traction here. Kelly Stafford basically says she's a huge guilt trip because she brought sick kids on the plane, and now apparently the whole team might get sick. Well, why would you let everybody know this, lady?
Why would she say that publicly?
Well, she has a history of saying things she shouldn't.
Yeah.
That seems to be on brand for Miss Stafford.
Matt got to say something to her.
I mean, let me just say to all the prospective NFL players out there.
That's crazy.
Listen to Uncle Kimster. Your wives are there to look great and to never be heard. That's the lesson.
Thank you, Jesus. Baby Jesus.
What,
Thank you, Steve.
Smitty? Don't be nosy. Get your ass back on the screen. You know I'm right.
We're the realest show on planet
This
Earth.
was hilarious.
What? No, why is that hilarious?
Nah, it's funny. It's just funny.
Harrison Harrison Butker just called and said, "Thank you, Steve." So
Harrison, you're welcome.
Harrison Butker said, "Go cook, go fix my plate, be quiet, don't work, and look good."
Stay off them damn podcasts.
No, on a serious note, she got to chill out. Like, why would you say this publicly? Why would you because now you got, let's say some of the Rams players actually do get sick. Now they know the exact source of who caused it. They're looking at Matt sideways. You can cause a real issue in the locker room from you saying this publicly. I don't understand everything's not for social media.
All the kids? Oh, now hold on. Were the kids on the same flight as the players?
Yep,
that's what it sounds like.
Everybody was
the Rams team playing.
Cats, dogs, everybody.
Is that because of the fire and everyone? I kind of get it, but I would just.
I get it. Because you and I don't want to go play in Arizona, and our families over here in the fire.
Especially in light of what happened. But you just can't send a different plane.
Put him in a PJ.
I'm old school, and I'm old. I get it, but when I watch football games now, especially NFL games, where all the families are lined up on the field. And I hate that. I want to get a group of guys that are savages that don't want to see anybody. I'm going Roman Gladiator. I'm going Maximus. I don't want you saying to your daughter, "Hey, I love you." No. I want you in a maniacal, angry state of mind. I don't need you taking selfies with a bunch of families. I know. I guarantee you, guys like Parcells and Jimmy Johnson would look at that and, "What is that? Get your ass over here. We are angry men."
I used to make myself think about the craziest stuff before the game. And I'm not saying it was healthy, but I would think about shit that would just piss me off before the game.
Right. Am I the only one that's just not fucking retarded? Aren't these guys millionaires? They got no fucking way to get them there other than go with the team?
Well, hold on. Hotel rooms and lodging right now is at a premium. It's a little bit different situation. So,
No. I'm saying go there. Still go there.
Well, I get it, but I kind of get it, but I don't understand why you just can't have a separate plane. I want the players, Pat Riley had one rule with the Lakers, or maybe everywhere. No one else is on the team bus to the game. He broke that rule one time for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar before Game 2 of the '85 Finals, because he said, "Kareem, you want to be with your father after the 3 days of just ripping the shit out of you. You deserve to have your father." And Kareem played an unbelievable game. That was the Memorial Day Massacre. The Lakers lost 148-114 Game 1, and we're all thinking we can't beat the Celtics. So the next 2-3 days, Pat Riley just absolutely gets right in the face of Kareem every single day. Just treats him like the worst player in the world, but Kareem took it. So Pat Riley instinctively knew, okay, I've been hard on Kareem. I know he's a different type of guy. If his dad wants to come on the bus this one time, I'll allow it. And it worked. But I think there has to be boundaries. And I know everyone wants to be touchy-feely. I guarantee you guys like Jimmy Johnson probably hate it, and they're not allowed to say it on Fox.
Yeah, they got all the sponsors, the big time, donors, whatever. Everybody's on the plane. I don't know. It's different.
Hey, Steve, how about this though? Seriously. Hey, babe. You and the kids are going to jump in the Navigator that I got coming to pick you guys up. You're going to take the 5-hour drive to Phoenix. Real simple.
I'm not doing
I don't know if I do that either.
I'm multi-millionaire,
Sick. They're sick kids. They're sick.
They're not driving.
Look, you can make an argument if they were sick kids, they shouldn't have gone anywhere, and they need to have a local hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. I'm with you on that. But
I just don't know if I want
flyers that made it kind of complicated. I get it. It's a sticky situation. The main things we agree on, don't say the shit publicly.
This is a special reason to have families travel. That doesn't normally happen. But on most team flights, whether it's baseball, football, basketball, they don't bring the family. They really don't.
Hey, Steve, hold on real quick. I'll give this a quick disclaimer real quick because I'm going to shut down my live TikTok. TikTok, we're done for the day. We'll see you later. Hey, pray. Get on your knees today. Pray. that you guys don't get taken down Sunday, because I know a lot of you nobodies will have to actually go get a job in society and become somebody again. And listen, you can come bag groceries for me at the local Walmart anytime you want. It might make you into a grown man again or a woman. So don't be scared to go out in the job force, okay? TikTokers that you all depend on this $700 a month on, go out and get a real job. I'll see you guys later. Please.
All right, man. And other
by the way, another thing I want to complain about as I get into my old cynical old man state. So yesterday, I'm just flipping around the TV and I see Return of the Jedi on. And I said, you know what? It's one of the original Star Wars, not these new ones that are terrible and all woke. I want to watch it. I want to watch those Star Wars. Return of the Jedi. Right. You know what I hate in the newer versions?
Steve came in heat. I hate everything.
They added CGI. They cleaned it up. They added production elements. So like characters that you saw are all of a sudden inserted into it, and I'm like, what the? I mean, like Jabba the Hutt looks skinnier. And I'm like, nah, he looked better, bigger. And I'm like, it didn't improve it. So, and then people are telling me on Twitter the only way you can watch the real original versions as they were on VHS tapes that they released in the 80s. So, like, even in the original stuff, like when Star Wars is on, like, TNT or TBS, when they go to that bar scene, bump, 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 like, great bar. They had all these characters, and I'm like, bro, they made it worse. They made the things worse. I don't get it. Like, why are you touching this up? It's already perfect. So that's another thing I'm just looking at going, this is shit.
Steve, have you watched the latest Beverly Hills Cop?
Me and you were watching it for the 20 minutes during 4th of July, and I just said, get this shit out of here. And we watched the real movie, The Program. Now, that was a movie. Lattimore, Alvin Mack, Darnell Washington, young Halle Berry as the tutor. That was a movie. The newest Beverly Hills Cop, what a sack of hot crap that was. Wow, that was bad.
It was okay for an older Eddie. It's not touching the legend, the classics. That's not even the same. It's not even the same room. Like the older ones were classics.
Smitty, it was Disney.
70-year-old Eddie. I mean, you know, give me the context. It's okay.
It wasn't about Eddie, Smitty. See, Smitty, you're still young. It wasn't about Eddie. It wasn't about Eddie.
I love Beverly Hills Cop.
Again, we only watched 10 minutes before we pulled the plug on it, like Dr. Jack Kevorkian. But nothing, in my view, in the last 10 years is as bad as Creed 3. Creed 3
I didn't watch it.
Awful. I remember, so Mario and I made it a point to watch Creed 2 and 3 together because we're going to talk about it on the show. Creed 2 was a lot worse than the original Creed. The original Creed was okay. Creed 2 had like 3 or 4 scenes where me and Mario looked at each other like this. Oh my God. But Creed 3 may single-handedly be the most insulting, bad sack of hot garbage I've ever seen. I actually wanted to like cut a fart so everyone would leave and everyone could thank me for like evacuating the premises. That it was so bad in so many different ways. You have a Mexican heavyweight, right? But then you use the Benavidez, who's not really Mexican, who's a welterweight in real life. And I'm thinking, yeah, okay. I mean, there are so many things wrong with these movies. I don't really like most boxing movies.
I'm about to say, the problem is you know the sport too much.
No, but they don't even. They're not even close, though.
Yeah, the movies are too fake. You'll never be able to enjoy it.
They need to get better technical advisors. But
you know what else? This is on this hate thing. You know what else I hate? Coming to America 2 was another woke episode.
I didn't watch it. I
refuse to watch that.
Oh, Smitty, that's the culture. You didn't watch it?
I didn't watch it.
It was horrible.
I seen like first 10 minutes of it. I just wasn't. Yeah.
Anything with Leslie Jones cannot be funny. Wasn't she in it?
You don't like Leslie Jones, big tall ass?
Nobody likes Leslie Jones. She's not funny.
She had choke slam.
That's kind of a problem for a comedian. I don't think most women comedians are funny. Some are, but very few. Very few. What? That's the truth.
He said women ain't funny. They can't coach. He said, if you a wife or a girlfriend, you sit there, you be quiet and look pretty. Steve's in his bag today.
No. What I'm saying is, as a public figure, like Matt Stafford is, I don't think you do your husband any favors by trying to be your own star. I really don't. And then when you say things that you should not, I think you put undue stress on the guy bringing home the bacon. That's all I'm saying.
No, I agree to that. On a serious note, I actually do. Like LeBron's wife has been phenomenal, honestly. Like throughout his entirety career, she hasn't. She's speaking a little bit now, but
the podcast though, isn't she?
Now though, but this is year 21. I mean, like this whole time she's been.
When I was growing up, I never said to myself, "God, I wonder what Michael Cooper's wife Wanda has to say."
Michael Thompson, I don't know. Hey, let me ask you something. Transitioning back, because this is the real show and we do everything and everyone loves it. But I appreciate you coming on. I got to ask you something. Is college football just fucking too long? This is a joke. It's February, people. We haven't played.
It's still mid-January, but to your point,
holy shit!
I know. Hey, look, I know. On Monday, I'm coming over. We're going to be doing not football palooza, even though it's the national title day. We're going to be doing inauguration palooza.
Oh, that's right. Look at Bailey in the back. Yeah.
Very hype, boy.
It's the return of the Mac.
Man, you coming?
Nah, I ain't gonna be there. But like, shout out, hey, he won. He's taking over.
I might even, you know what, Coach?
Gas prices go down.
Coach, stay off the grill. In honor of the Don, let's order McDonald's. I haven't had McDonald's in about 20 years. Well, let's get a Big Mac, quarter pounder, filet of fish. Ice cream machine will be broken, so none of that shit. Get like a hot apple pie. Oh man,
Steve, we might be shitting the whole time here. We may not get to watch the game.
Why? What happened?
Steve, I gotta have a. Well, I don't know, Steve. Did you get my invite? I'm doing a big Super Bowl party, so hopefully you're there.
That's a given, but that's 3 weeks from now.
Yeah.
No, I know. Well, it's right around the. It's crazy. Smitty will be there. It's crazy, Steve, that. The Natty, though, we're going to be watching on January
20th. I know, I get it, but that's the news.
Like, can we have a real conversation here, real quick? So we created this 12-team playoff. Do we really need fucking 6 weeks in between the last game and the new?
Look, they need to streamline that too.
Like, what are we doing?
Because most of the conference title games are on the first Saturday of December. And this year, the playoffs started on the 20th and 21st. I remember I was in Saudi Arabia. Maybe you just start it right after the conference games.
See, that was a month ago.
I mean,
that was a month ago. You're talking about when they started. I got to be honest. Doesn't it lose interest in the long run here? Because I can tell you the viewership are down. Viewership down in college football playoff is down considered to the before. And can we just say New Year's Day is the end of it? Let's end New Year's Day.
Week after.
It wasn't that bad when it was like 5 or 6 days after New Year's, right? So it'd be like January 6th, 7th, or 8th. But yeah, when you start getting into the January 20th, and then now if you start expanding the playoffs to 16 teams, what are we going to do? Go into March Madness? So you're right. I do think it's a little bit elongated.
Yeah, it's crazy. I just wanted to bring that up because it's so goddamn. I
gotta ask y'all this though. There's like 3 things going on. So you got the Trump getting in office, officially. You got the national title game, Ohio State Notre Dame, and then on Sunday you got Big Smitty's birthday, Steve, 31st birthday. So you got 3 big events. So I don't know which one is gonna be the biggest thing, Steve. It's a lot on the table though, Steve. You
were backwards. You're back. Another oxymoronic take. So you went backwards in time, which we can't do, not yet. Until Elon shows me, you can't go backwards. So you mean your birthday's first, and then the Natty and football palooza?
I wasn't going in the order of events, homie.
All right.
So please tell me you're not celebrating at Chuck E. Cheese.
I'm going to Dave & Buster's. I'll upgrade this year. Dave & Buster's.
Okay, yeah. Chuck E. Cheese has good fights. I will tell you that. They're the Madison Square Garden of pizza franchises. But
there are Little Caesars waiting for the $5 things. I've seen about 10 fights.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Little Caesars in the Hood. Little Caesars in the Hood waiting for the $5. Because if you're the last fight, if Smitty gets the last $5 thing and then the guy has to wait for the new one to be made, there's fights. And it's usually Shaniqua. It's usually Shaniqua and them. A big
that's
bitch. Big bitch.
Are those pizzas any good?
Smitty, they're not bad. Underrated hood
I
pizza.
haven't had it in probably 10 years, but when I was eating them 10 years ago, I was like, shoot, they kind of cool.
For $5, hot and ready?
I mean, for $5, Steve, it's $5. You know, it's kind of like.
It's like McDonald's, Steve. Like McDonald's.
You hungry as hell, Steve. You're not gonna be mad about it.
First of all, I want to ask you, Steve, to let Mario know. I know his backyard caught fire. I seen his post. I know he's right in the middle of that. I know they don't have power and shit, so give him my best. Hopefully he gets out of this. Hopefully, I'm glad his house wasn't touched, but I know his backyard and they got no power still. I know Marcellus and them don't have power either. They haven't had power in a week. I haven't had power in 3 or 4 days, but that's the first world problem to me. It is what it is. But tell them, we're thinking of them. Let me ask you, Steve, real quick. We got to ask you some boxing stuff, Smitty. Can you get into it, Smitty? You know everything. Go.
No, I asked him all the stuff I wanted to know the other day. I guess the biggest, the latest thing I saw last night, it's a lot of back and forth. Nothing's going to happen because they're completely different weight classes, but Terrence Crawford and Gervonta Tank Davis. What's going on? Why are they beefing on the internet right now?
They're sparring on Twitter, and Gervonta's finally punching above his weight for once, and they don't like each other, which is fine. But Terrence Crawford, I keep hearing that fight with Canelo will happen in September. They're making progress.
Steve, I don't ask for much. If the fight happens in Vegas, if you need an assistant to help you journal, let me know. We had a great time last time at the fight, Steve.
Fox.
We did.
You're the one who works for Fox. And then what else is going on? Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, I think, are going to rematch, but they're saying it's a multi-fight deal. I don't know if that means they're going to fight a second and third time, or there's other reports that they might fight separate opponents and then rematch later this year. I'm not sure about it.
That's what I wanted to know.
And then Tyson Fury said he's going to retire. And we all just kind of gave the jerk off motion. So
I think he is because I don't. What fight is out there? I mean,
Anthony Joshua. He can still make tens of millions. And Smitty, he's retired more than once.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, my upcoming article is called "Death and Taxes." Okay, and basically the premise is Benjamin Franklin, the great American, said the only thing that are inevitable in life are death and taxes. Yeah. Well, if old Benny Ben would live today, say death, taxes, and the inevitable Tyson Fury retirement announcement. So those three things are inevitable in life. I don't believe it. No one does. A lot of people think he's trying to leverage a better deal to fight Anthony Joshua, which would still be a huge fight out there in Britain. Mm-hmm. So I don't take it seriously, but it gave me something to write about. So thanks.
What's the latest with Teofimo Lopez? I feel like he's been quiet. Is he what's next for him? Are you hearing
he's
anything?
Tweeting a lot. I think he met with Turkey last week at the Ring Awards in the UK. He's having his usual pissing contest with Top Rank. Look, he's gonna fight. I don't know when and where, but it gets a little tiresome. I mean, he thinks he's really deep and philosophical, like Plato of prize fighting, or the Sun Tzu of the sweet science. Read, bro, just like.
Hey, Steve,
not Aristotle. Jesus, I can't take it.
Steve, I gotta ask you before you leave, real quick, because I gotta. This is so asinine to me. We'll ask you about 6 more things before you leave. But
Steve, JB always says that before you leave and ask you 20 more questions.
A lot of people want a T-shirt with that on there, by the way. Steve, the coaches are discussing a rule for fake injuries now, since we've seen Lane Kiffin and everybody talk about it. Any injured player, quote, any injured player would be sidelined. The rest of that drive, coaches could use a timeout, though, to reinstate the player. I think it's an absolute joke and a mockery. It's absolutely a joke. I think it's comical, just like the interview I was in yesterday. I think it's an absolute joke. This is just ruining football even further.
Coach, I've actually suggested that. If a guy's so injured and we care about player safety, that's what we do. Well, sit him out.
Steve, how do you know this guy is faking? How do you know? And then how is it not a backward slap in the face?
But Coach, you're telling me they don't fake. They don't all of a sudden act like Fred Sanford in the middle of a 12-play drive. They have the big one. Elizabeth, I'm coming to see you. And you're like, oh, okay. Come on.
Hold on, though. Here's the thing.
Right.
Time out. Get back in. What the fuck are we doing?
But that actually provides a penalty or a cost to doing it.
Yeah.
This has been going on for years. I remember in the 88 playoffs, the Bengals ran a no huddle. The year they went to the Super Bowl, I believe. The Bengals ran a no huddle before anybody else. It was not the Buffalo Bills. It was not the K-Gun. And all of a sudden, Chuck Knox had defenders dying out there on the field like they got hit by like mortar shots. And it was obvious they were faking. So if timeouts are at a premium and a guy has to sit out or I have to waste one to get him back in, guess what? Play ball.
Yep.
I actually kind of like that. I've actually suggested that. If you're injured, sit out. Because we're about player safety here.
Yeah, Jason. Hopefully, it's just a way that will make players just not do it anymore. That's my hope. That they'll be all right. It's not even worth it. You know,
It
it's
is
not
a
even
deterrent.
Yeah, we'll know if it's a real injury. These guys don't fake it. These guys will be standing there and just fall. It's like, all right, like you're
right. Come on.
Faking.
I just don't think I don't know how you can really mandate it when it's going to be a mockery of of football again. It's just like another way to get out of doing some weird, crazy, dumb shit, and then timeout, get back in. So now everybody knows you faked it, and it's being coached. We've always coached it, Steve. Hey, I don't want to burn a timeout.
Right, but at least now there is a cost.
I used to do this.
Right, okay, now there's a cost then. If you're down your last time
Don't
out,
do it,
5
Jason.
minutes to go, you're gonna be, hey, be healthy. Don't act like you're dead. I mean, come on. So
yeah.
I don't.
Last thing here for me at least, my coach are headed to Berlin next season as part of the NFL's International Series. It'll be the league's first ever game in the city, with Indy being listed as the home team. The opponents will be announced in the off season. I know JB's a lot of people, not just JB, a lot of people are just against these games because of the travel, what it does to the bodies, things like that. What's your take though, Steve?
If I was an NFL owner, I would never make my team try to play in one. And I know there's probably times you have to, but if I'm actually thinking about winning, that disrupts to me the overall plan. I don't need to have all the jet lag to do all this stuff. And as a coach, I'd absolutely hate it. It's tough enough preparing a team, whether you're home or away in America. Now you have to do all this thing about all the international travel. Hey, guys, don't sleep on the first half of the plane, this, and that. If I am a Super Bowl caliber team, and I'm the head coach, I would tell my owner, let's try to never do any of these games. There's a rhythm. There's a flow to this. Why make it more difficult? Why?
Yeah. For sure. And then and it better be a bye week after that too, because sometimes it's not. Sometimes they'll keep you in, like the Jags. They kept the Jags for like 2 weeks, and they've had like back-to-back international games. It's like, all right, now you're messing with my sleep schedule, my life. It's just a lot that goes into it. So I'm with you. With that being said, JB, we'll probably be there though doing a live show, with the coach. So it's good to be there.
That.
Yeah, so. Right, Jason.
Quick, let's get your take on this weekend's game, second round. Ravens-Bills obviously is the big one. Where are you at with that game?
I was feeling the Ravens, but I heard it's going to snow, and I think the Bills are the best snow team in the National Football League.
That 1+ run game in the snow is almost you can't defend it.
And Josh is a snow plow, so the weather's going to play a factor here. I think the Ravens, the way they're playing, and as long as they do not ignore the 22-wheeler, the Bama Slammer, they're a tough out. But if it snows, I'm just telling you, Buffalo seems to actually like playing in those elements. That's a tough one. Great divisional round game, though. That's a great
I see
game.
-9 I'm seeing. Is that real? Shit. I don't know. But I don't know.
If Lamar Jackson can get to the Super Bowl by winning in those elements and then beating Kansas City, I don't want to hear any more. I'm just telling you. I'm just saying.
I don't want to hear it, Steve. I don't want to hear it.
I still think Lamar's the MVP.
He is. Take emotions out of it.
Steve, I'm disappointed in the Korean Coastal today.
Come on. Well, I'm just giving my honest opinion.
Everything.
Like the real Coastal, I just call it as I see him.
No emotion.
But
It's
Steve,
all fact.
but see, we're so.
Put your hands down, Jason.
We're so, Steve. If he.
Well, no.
You know what I want to say? when he loses again on Monday, what are you going to say about him losing for the 8th year in a row?
He's not going to lose.
We're gonna say the truth. We're gonna say the truth. Now Darnell may get the flu and be out of the show, but I'm just saying we're gonna tell the truth like we always do.
It's a fact that he's not going to lose. I will bet you dollars to dime, Jason. It's a fact.
Stop saying that shit.
It's a fact, homie.
Bailey, come in and say it, Bailey. What are you saying?
It's a fact.
Smitty, if you believe it so hard, just put $500 on it. Just
I am.
Where your mouth is,
I'm
man.
bet you. I'm going to bet you after this show. As soon as we end, I'm going to bet you. I'm using promo code Coach JB. I'm putting $500 on Lamar and the Ravens.
Oh, we got a big wager here. Yeah. Hey guys, I gotta get going. Whitlock's about to start. I'll see
Whitlock
you
to wait.
Coach.
Kind of play.
I invited Whitlock to Super Bowl Palooza. Tell him right when you get on the show, you better be at at Super Bowl Sunday. He said he's going to try to come.
He's not flying.
Yeah, I wouldn't count on it. All right, see you Monday though, Coach.
Later.
Whitlock is a loner. He's not coming out. He's staying in his crib.
The show's almost over, so we can go back. We can just talk for the rest of the hour and not even take one break the whole time. We can actually stay on until 11 today if you want.
Yeah, you and Billy can definitely do that. I know y'all ain't really got no jobs like that. I got jobs.
No, I didn't say it. I said me and you can.
You and Bailey can definitely do that. No, Bailey's just a hustler. Like he don't have an actual 9 to 5. Kudos to him. Same with you. You ain't got no actual like y'all gonna stay here all day and not do nothing else. So that's cool. Y'all do that. And I'll come back on tomorrow, 6 a.m. and I'll just jump right in. Like nothing changed.
Hey, shout out to all the contributors and subscribers to our personal channel. We've already reached the monetization stage. We're over 1,000, almost 1,100 subscribers already. We've already reached over 30,000 watch hours. We got 300 people over there right now on that channel. Appreciate you guys for allowing that channel to grow so expeditiously, especially now that we have a protection channel that we can go to if something ever, if FA and them ever get me again. So shout out to you guys, FA and everybody else out there, the Nigerians, Haitians, and everyone else that are known hackers. That are known hackers out there.
You know, FA Big Brother watches show every single day. Toyo. Shout out to Toyo. He on here every single day. Nigerian, you know what I mean? A little older, and you dissing him every single day. You disrespect his culture. That's crazy.
I didn't disrespect him at all.
You did. You said they're schemers and scammers or hackers, or you said you can't trust them. Every day you diss the Nigerians.
They are, and you can't.
I know a lot of Nigerians, homie.
How's that disrespectful?
I'm just saying, be careful, homie.
I'm just saying, I know a lot too. They'll tell you straight up. They'll come on my show. My boys will come on and say, Coach, we do eat cats.
I don't trust your boy. Your boys are like super loyal to you, which is cool, but they're so loyal to you that they just say whatever that you say, and they agree to everything you say. Y'all think exactly the same. So like, JB, you got to get away from like, you think that you're like, if your homies agree with something, that's the Bible. Like my homies too. I got homies in Compton, right? I'm like, okay, I got homies too, and so got everybody got homies.
No, but they're Nigerian
than our homies, homie.
But they're Nigerian and Haitian though.
Yeah, we ain't got no Haitian homies. I guarantee you, though. Not homies. You have players you coach. You don't have like homies though.
I talk to them to this day. What do you mean?
Name one homie that's a Haitian. A homie.
Steve Tyrogene.
Call him right now. Put him on speaker.
He'll answer. Stop and say.
Yep, call on speaker right now. Let's see. This is live, the real show on Planet ERF.
Why I have to prove myself, I don't know, but we'll do it.
Speaker. Homie, he's not a player. This is your homie.
I'm just texting him right now, saying where you at.
Just call him, homie. You ain't gotta like prep him, but hey, bro, you act like you Haitian when I call you. Like, no, fucking call him, homie. I'll put the pressure on.
I said, Steve, is this still your number? Make sure I'm calling you. That's all I said, homie. God damn. So we'll see.
I know the system, homie. I know the game.
I got homies that are. Come on, homie.
Jason, you agree with this member?
No, not even close.
How would you rank it? Top 3?
Mexicans, Latinas. First of all, you guys are very hairy.
Oh shit!
You guys are very hairy. You guys are very hairy women. Well, first of all, I know. I'm just saying. I'm just giving you. You're very hairy women. Number 1. Number 2. They don't open wide enough. Like they don't open like that. I guess. Are Mexicans known to have like little wee-wees?
I wouldn't know.
Because like I'm saying, because if that's normal, then I get it. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because they're used to that. I don't know. But they don't open wide enough, and they're not really wet-mouthed. They're not really. Huh?
They're not what?
They're not wet-mouthed.
Okay, I'll make sure I heard you correctly.
They're like, it's real dry, and it's like, and then they're real they just want to fuck. Like, they want to get fucked. They don't want to, like, gawk off.
None ain't nothing to like.
Nah, they just want to fuck. Now, what I may agree with, they got the wettest pussy.
Oh, okay.
They might have the wettest.
Not enough though, but it's super. Got you.
They might have the wettest pussy. Now their mouth though is dry. I don't know why. I don't get it.
You know why? Because all of it goes down to that one. You know what I mean? They take all the liquid to one spot.
No investment. There's a reason why the average Latina has 7 to 12 kids.
Like that exact range, like 7 to 12, like that specific range. They got a minimum of 7 and a maximum of 12. Is that factor cap, man?
Lucy,
that's black people shit. He just made up a black people will make up a range. You'll just make up a number.
I'm just saying, I mean, there's a reason why these motherfuckers just can't pull out of that shit or something, right? Am I tripping?
It's impossible to pull out.
It's just
grippers. They got them grippers.
So
you can't even pull out, and it's so wet. It's like you just can't.
I mean, I'm just saying, dog. Now, Asians, I hope nobody takes this the wrong way. Asians, we could do it out in the bed without y'all. Wow. You guys are horrible. I mean, you guys are horrible. I get the Thailand hoes that are supposed to, $5 hollers and all that. I get it. Suck you long time and all that shit. But they're not very good at anything.
Like nothing specific they do a good job of?
Nah, man. I had a Filipina girl. She can suck a dick through a water hose. She can suck a golf ball through a water hose, but she was like, it's a Filipina though. They're not Asian though.
They are. They are. Filipinos are Asians. Yes, they are.
No, they're not. They're islanders. They're islanders.
No, they're Asians, homie. Bet money on it.
Filipinas?
I know hella Filipinos.
Philippines?
Yeah.
I believe it's Pacific Islander.
Asians.
By definition. We gotta look that up. I think Filipinos are Pacific Islanders by definition. Am I wrong?
They Asians, homie.
I don't think they're Asian, homie. They could be Asian, but I don't think they are. I thought Philippines was an islander.
No, they Asian, homie.
They're not Japanese. They're not Chinese. They're not fucking. I think they're an islander, right?
They all fall under the Asian umbrella, though. You know what I mean? It's like I'm an American. You an American. You white, I'm black. You know what I'm saying? They Asian, homie.
Very interesting situation. It's a Thursday.
Mike Bundy's right. They speak Tagalog. It's like their language.
I know. Is that Asian?
But my girl, she's cool. Like she worked with her like a lot of them, and they cool. I be hanging with them and stuff like that. They cool. I know like a good amount of Filipino. I be eating their food and shit.
Everything's with a P too. All right, with an F. Fat ba, fat ba, ba fa. You pop me, pop me. What? Fuck me. You want to fuck me? Bop me. Man, you want to bop me? Baby, let's take a commercial break, huh? I gotta get coffee. I gotta pee, man. Not me. What up, man? This is a proud new sponsor of the Coach JB Show with Big Smitty, and it is First Round Performance.
Yeah.
Make sure you head on over to firstroundperformance.com. We got the merch, the gear. They are top-notch company.
High quality, JB. All about the quality here. Workout gear, exclusive gear. What's that right there, JB?
By the way, nobody else in the country or the world has this short right here. You can put this short on. It helps your back. It helps your hamstrings, helps your quads as you work out.
What?
You can wear these right underneath your workout shorts or what have you. It's kind of like a girdle, but very, very comfortable. Shorts Against Syndrome. It's SAFS. Go head on over there and check it out. First Round Performance.
JB, they got workout bands. They got ankle weights.
What's this?
What's in that box?
Kind of good.
It's our first time seeing this.
What's this?
I'm nervous. What's that?
It's a 40-yard dash electric timer. You can go get your workout on with the light and the strobe, the whole deal. Firstroundperformance.com.
Oh, you just turned it on, JB.
Bam.
You want that smoke?
Go check it out.
I know you ain't trying to race me,
I
JB.
might race Smitty and smoke him.
You ain't trying to race me. You scared of that life.
Yeah, this is the real deal. You guys got to go check it out. Firstroundperformance.com. Head on over there. Proud new sponsor of the Coach JB Show.
Nice, JB.
With Big Smitty. And
this is mine, right?
hell yeah. Listen, their premium gear, including the revolutionary SAFS shorts I just showed you, are expertly designed by a leading orthopedic surgeon to align your hips and relieve your pain. It is trusted by athletes and active individuals alike, whether you are pushing your limits with their high-quality resistance bands, as Smitty just showed you, or boosting recovery with the powerful dual-spectrum red light therapy devices that I just showed you. First Round Performance delivers the tools needed to stay at the top of your game. Whether aiming for peak performance or simply wanting to live pain-free, they've got you covered. Visit firstroundperformance.com or shop on Amazon today. They just launched their AmazonStore.com, their Amazon store. This is out there, First Round Performance on Amazon. And so go help them out and grab some performance gear today. And please feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions.
Yes, sir.
Go First Round.
Go First Round, baby.
The promo code will be Coach JB. So check that out and head on over there today.
Get right, baby. First Round, the highest quality.
First Round Performance, go get you some merch.
Ooh, I like this shirt. I like this shirt, JB.
Peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now is a man who spoke to every single NCAA college football 2025 team seemingly on the internet. From Last Chance U, national champion, Coach JB.
Yeah, Coach.
What's up, gentlemen?
Coach, just great car, great stick. Thank you for pulling off to the side of the road. Hope you don't get killed here. Honestly, the side of the road, LA, I assume, that's not necessarily the safest place on earth. So we'll make this quick. How do you feel about all of these new coaches now in this NCAA college football 2025 game using your speeches to motivate these boys from one side of the country to the other, Coach?
I feel broke.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. Can I get Can I get like a royalty or something? Like Netflix already screwed me. I'm getting screwed by EA Sports now too? Like, holy shit. I hit him up. I reached out to him like, hey, trying to be cordial and nice. I'm a nice guy, you know me.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, EA Sports, maybe I can actually be your video guy, the actual do a real video instead of using my name, image, and likeness.
Oh, shit.
And maybe I can get a little piece of the pie, but nah, it's all right. Just keep sharing my 500 million views of it.
I don't mean to laugh at you, but obviously you are a hilarious, miserable person, and this is kind of is how it goes.
Hey, Pat, I was actually chilling. My back went out yesterday, so I didn't even do my show today. So I just left my chiropractor, and I'm waiting on this damn cigar company to open. They're late, of course. I mean, come on.
Shit.
Okay, so life is good. Last question for me, because I know the last time we talked to you, you had not watched the Netflix series Last Chance U. You said that. You said, I've not watched it, but obviously you've heard from everybody. Now, do you see some clips that come across your way? You're like, I don't remember saying that. And then all of a sudden, oh, I killed that. And do you judge your clips whenever you see them? You're like, I murdered that one.
Nah. A broad came over the house the other day, and I didn't really want to watch Netflix with her and chill. But she wanted to watch the show. We watched one episode.
Okay.
And I'm like, I can't watch this.
Okay.
And she was like, oh my God. I'm like, I don't want to watch this. It was the first scene of the cow scene or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, they only made about $4 billion off my name on this shit. I'm not watching Netflix either. So I'm spiteful right now, Pat. I don't want to watch Netflix. I don't want to watch EA Sports video game. I'm like, man, and I can't even get 40,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel.
Well, you're going to the moon. We appreciate the hell out of you, Coach. Hopefully it'll get figured out, and we know the Netflix and chill thing, what that leads to. Bad backs, chiropractors. We appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, Coach JB.
Yeah, Coach.
What up? We're back. Let me let Callie in. Ash, go lay down. Mock me. Oh, my Filipino homie. Shout out to you. God damn. What a show. It's Truth Telling Thursday. It is what it is. White coach built with titties. He is right about Latinos grip master. Once you, I got no titties. Some of my titties is legit. Stand straight up now, homie. That's muscle, homie. You realize? Motherfucker, that's push-ups. That's solid, homie. There ain't no bounds. That motherfucker solid. Listen. Shh. Shit. Does that sound like Keith to you, homie? Does this sound like Keith? Does that sound like Keith to you, or does that sound like a fucking put-together athletic motherfucker? That's what it sounds like to me. And I still go hit 315, no question. So anyway, Jazzy, Bundy want to holler? She want to holler at you about something? So Mike Bundy, make sure you do it in a respectful manner. Before I had to buck me. That shit's crazy. All right. Oh, shit. Burn the shit out of my motherfucking self. It's a real show today. So a little update on the interview process. I want to give you guys a little update. JB, one of my boys interviewed yesterday too, said you are spot on. Listen to your show. And exactly what happened to him happened to you. He did not get an interview today either. He didn't get a second interview either. He's current OC in college. He's a current OC in college right now and didn't get a second interview. Can't make it up. I cannot make this shit up. It is what it is, dog. It is what it is. You wonder why certain places stay shitty. Hopefully the president gets to see this show. And maybe he'll change. I don't know. He'll change his process. He is a new president, so fairness to him, he's probably figuring out he is in charge of an absolute shit show. Let's dive into this, Bailey. Eastern University football. let's dive into this Eastern University football. There's their staff. That's the fucking university staff. Go ahead and take a moment of silence and check it out. Look it over. Smitty, Betty, can you put it on full screen? Maybe? I don't know. Take me off if you have to. I'd love to see the full screen of that. That's a full screen. There is the staff at Eastern University. Go Eagles. Billy the Kid, Balboa. You notice anything crazy? Just go through it. Yeah, Gore. Wait a minute. Let's go through it. Go ahead, guys. Take a look at their staff. Now, can we know why I didn't get the job at San Bernardino Valley? Do you guys see now why I didn't get it? Holy shit. Let's go through it. Bailey, I can't see it. I can. Hold on. Corey David, defense coordinator and linebacker coach. Billy Crocker, head football coach. Probably a great man. Nate Hinkle, assistant head coach, offensive coordinator, and QB coach. Dion Henry, special team coordinator, DB coach. Colin Scott is the co-OC and O-line coach. I don't like skinny O-line guys. I'm just going to tell you, a bad hire right there. Jordan Davis, tight end coach. Quieta Crespina, cornerback coach. Christian Day, D-line coach. Deion Shaw, wide receiver coach. He looks the part. And Aaron Fuller, running back home. Man Fuller, running back coach. Let's say Coach Fuller. Coach Fuller is running back coach. What's their record, Bailey? I want to know what their record is.
I think they won like 6 games.
Your camera's horrible again.
Like 6.
Coach Fuller, that's the coach. The coach is
record. Eastern University football went 2-8.
Hey, you gotta look at this post, man. So, shoot it out.
Hold on, your mic's fucked up now. Fuck, man. This guy moves to the living room and the whole show goes to shit.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, now. What'd you say?
Fuck. All right, man. I ain't gonna say it again. So Lil Kim tweeted out, she said, I've been sending strong.
Little Kim?
Lil Kim, the rapper.
I thought you said Steve Kim. All right, go.
Lil Kim said, I've been sending strong prayers up for LA and everyone affected by the fires. This is heartbreaking. And then she said, I pray to Jesus that God makes it monsoon in LA. And I know what she means. Like, she wants the water to come down and it's possible. But like, everybody's at her head. Motherfucker said, this dude said, laugh my ass off. She wants them to get hit with the double whammy. Wipe them out. I gotta send you this post, bro. This shit is hilarious to me. Oh my
again, though, isn't this my point of what we're talking about?
What? Your hands is crazy, bro. Like you talk with your hands, homie. Like you really be.
It's another woman talking about some shit she shouldn't. I just.
Homie, she can't talk about the fucking fires, homie.
You know what's an oxymoron? To be honest, we're on a real show. We're fucked off the fucking the top. I mean, the rundown shit. It's fucked. Bailey, sorry. It is what it is. We'll get back on track tomorrow. But listen, Smitty, can we be honest?
Tomorrow.
Can we be honest? Can we be honest? I'm going to the boat tomorrow, man. I might get the wireless mic. I might go to myself if you don't want to do it. Smitty, can we be honest? The women that rap in my lifetime. What, homie?
Nah, just finish your sentence.
The women rappers, at least the ones that I've known.
MC Light, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Lil Kim, Queen Latifah, even before she got into acting, like Salt and Pepper, like I'm talking real legends.
Yeah.
All right.
Muhammadiyah, if you don't even know who that is. Muhammadiyah is cold.
Stuff in my Afro puff. I'm talking about real legends, homie.
Rage, unbelievable.
Yeah, Rage. Come on now.
All right, so let's dive into those then. For a fact, Lady of Rage, every single one of her songs was written by who? Do you know?
Was it Q?
No.
Who?
Daz and Corrupt.
Oh,
Okay. Queen Latifah, MC Light. You know who wrote their shit?
Themselves, I think.
No.
Who?
LL Cool J and Guru, Gangstar.
Did they write all their stuff or some of their songs? I want clarity.
Everything.
Jay-Z also wrote songs for Snoop, and you know what I'm saying. So like, I want to make sure. And Drake wrote songs for Kanye, and there's people who write songs for people for sure. That's 100%.
Are you really that? You're gonna sit here and tell me that?
I dare you.
No, you're really on that micro level right now with me.
I'm hella macro.
We know people write each other's songs when it's you're talking about one song, homie. I'm talking about their whole Get Down is written by a man.
You wrote him a classic though. That's what I'm saying.
I don't care, but the rest of the 9,000 other songs are written by him.
No, it ain't.
Snoop.
No, it ain't. He didn't write.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yo, one of my favorite women rappers all time. Ice Cube wrote everything for her. Everything.
Why ain't you mention Lil Kim yet? Because you know her pen crazy. That's why. You know her pen is crazy, homie. Nicki Minaj pen crazy, homie. Yeah.
That's not. No, it's not. I'm getting there. Hold on, homie. Muhammadiyah, written by Gangstar and Guru. Nobody knew. Everybody thought, oh shit, Muhammadiyah's cold than a motherfucker. Well, guess what? She had the voice and the style, and then guess what? Guru and Gangstar wrote their songs.
Yeah.
Okay. Foxy Brown, who wrote her shit? Oh, Jay-Z. Nas. The whole clique wrote Foxy Brown. So, what I'm getting at is this.
Yeah, what's your overall take?
Women that listen to these women rappers who think that these women are out here really saying super crazy shit about women. They go out there and are like, damn, yeah, girl, talk about that dick you sucked. Yeah, girl, talk about that wop wop. It's a man writing it, homie. Women are literally regurgitating it, and women are believing that the women they're talking about are what women think like. It's not a woman thinking on that paper. It's a man writing it for the woman who's spitting it, and then women are now following that woman thinking she's a woman talking like that. She's not. It's a man talking like that through a woman, and it's created a very, very false narrative about women. But I'm too deep today on you guys. None of you really get what I'm saying, and it's okay. You guys are all micro thinkers today. It's cool, but trust me.
Well, the homie Suburban Kid 305, he's from Miami. He said nobody wrote for Trina, so.
Smitty, that's wrong. You're wrong. You're absolutely wrong.
He said,
Ja Rule wrote all of Trina's shit. But anyway, we don't even want to get into that.
Smitty. I can tell that last one he was just saying it. That last one, the other ones he was like for real. This last one,
he did.
And Ja Rule, he was bullshit on that.
Homie, Trick Daddy, Ja Rule, and fucking
Trick Daddy helped for sure.
No. Trick Daddy, Ja Rule, and fucking the name's I'm missing the name. Wrote all of Trina's shit. I'll just tell you straight out. Like, come on, homie. You act like, listen. You don't have to listen to anything I say.
Homie. You think, you know what I mean?
Everybody's like, damn, JB really know that Babyface controls the whole industry? Huh. JB know that shit?
You know
but anyway,
from homie?
Anyway, we don't want to get into that.
Homie?
I don't care. You know what I said is true.
Yeah, he's from my hood, homie. Yeah.
Oh, good. Shout out. You need somebody. You need somebody to represent. You need somebody.
Yeah, I get my wrong. Yeah, exactly.
You need somebody to represent that shit. But here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. Here's the crazy part about it. People are like, damn, how JB know all this shit? See, this is the thing. You don't have to listen to me, and you can take my word for a grain of salt. It's all fine with me. I don't really care. I'm not gonna, I promise you, anyone in here today that doesn't understand what I'm saying and believe me, I'm fine. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. Okay?
I don't know nothing you ever say.
Cool. And I still don't lose sleep. So listen, Smitty, here's the crazy part. Being on Netflix has allowed me to meet certain people and being around certain people, okay? No, I've never been to a Diddy party. Never been to a Diddy party.
You just told it yourself. You just said being on Netflix allowed you to meet certain people, be in certain scenarios, and be in certain situations. You just said. And then D Jones said that right on time.
Yeah. Like Ice Cube, like LL, like these motherfuckers I've been in back room situations. Big Three. No, I never met Diddy. In the Big Three situation, I've been in the Big Three, got to meet all these dudes, talk to them, chill with them. I did Big Three for 2 years, Smitty. I actually spoke to all their people. Everyone knows it. I was with Michael Rappaport on the court for the final. Stack will tell you, we just had a show on All the Smoke. He remembers it. Gave me a standing ovation, by the way, at Staples Center. But anyway, fact. Go look it up. Fact. So anyway, Smitty, I met people that told me certain things, and I know this to be fact. All this shit is fact. I'm just telling you. Again, homie, these creepy weirdo fucks in Hollywood have placed women to do. Come on, homie. You really think, let's be serious, that Nicki Minaj wrote her shit?
Yes, I know for a fact she writes her shit.
Smitty, Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, every rapper gets assistance on certain songs.
No, I get it.
I'm saying majority of Nicki's stuff is like her pen. I'm not talking about like collaborating and getting help. I'm talking about Cardi B don't write her shit, for example. Cardi B just sits back, somebody write her shit, give it to her. She probably add a little bit like flavor, her own flavor to it, and she go into. Nicki has a pen that's verified in the industry. I know that for I'm tapped in with Young Money. I know that for a fact.
Starter. You know Lil Wayne wrote all that shit. Stop.
Who?
No, come on, stop. You know Lil Wayne personally. You know.
That's why I'm telling you that I know for a fact that Nicki has a pen. I'm telling you that because I know people. I can call Wayne right now and put him on the show. Like these are my people.
Okay, hold on. So time out though. Don't even get me started on Cardi B. We know. I'm glad you said that.
She don't write none of her shit. Yeah.
Well, she can't write her name.
For example, Missy Elliott, pen crazy. Come on,
no,
homie.
it's not. No, it's not.
I need some water, boy.
You know who wrote most of her shit? You know.
My thing now, flip it and reverse it. Come on, homie.
You know who wrote most of her shit?
Who?
T-Pain. Stop. I'm a cold motherfucker, homie. I'm a cold motherfucker, homie. You guys forgot who I know, motherfucker. T-Pain wrote half of fucking Missy Elliott's shit. Let me just throw that out there. Anyway, let me throw something else out there real quick. I'm glad you said that about Cardi B, homie. Because goddamn, Cardi B can't even spell her motherfucking name. We already know that bitch is a retarded as a motherfucker. We already know she ain't writing shit, Smitty. To my fucking point. Don't come on eating on the show. People don't like you eating on the show. I mean, they think you're unprofessional.
This is an unprofessional show, homie. This show, listen, what makes this show great is because we're unprofessional. That's like you're smoking on the show. That's unprofessional. You take yesterday on the show or Monday when we cooked you went to the bar and chugged a whole fucking bottle of vodka on the show. You call people G-A-N on the show. You call people F-A-N on the show. You use the R-E-D on you use this show is completely unprofessional, homie. You cut people out. So if my flaw is eating a little bit because I got health issues I need to eat, then that's what it's gonna be. I'm gonna eat my pita bread, I'm gonna get my hummus, and I'm gonna get my juice. That's what I do. That's my thing.
Wait, what? You have health issues and what?
I gotta eat at certain times.
Hold on, homie. Did fucking Eddie Manyweather just say T-Pain wasn't out yet?
Yeah. That thought came to my head as part of my argument But I also know a lot of these people, they were writing before we knew them as artists. Like Kanye West was writing for a long time before he popped off as an artist. T-Pain was right, you know what I mean? So, you know.
You guys got to stop saying dumb shit, please. Eddie, stop saying stupid shit, dog. Stop it. This motherfucker said T-Pain wasn't out yet.
Well, to his defense, Jason, he's just saying that Missy was popping like in the late 90s. We didn't hear about T-Pain until like 06, 07.
That's not true at all. I knew who T-Pain was in 2001, and I was playing because I knew T-Pain was writing half the shit and was doing this fucking, he was the guy doing the hook on 1,000 people's shit. You just didn't know who he was. Because see, I'm a true hip-hop head. And I know who the motherfucker does hooks and who does certain things and who collabs. And a lot of you may not have known T-Pain.
I'm saying the mass, most of us.
25. Yo, I got motherfucker 25 years old or something.
No, but T-Pain wasn't popping until like 05, 06, 07. Like, I'm just saying popping. I'm not saying he want to do music. I'm saying maybe you knew him locally because you just was tapped in and was reading the magazines like that. I'm saying he was not no big time motherfucker until like 06. So I'm saying it's natural to say that.
Hold on, homie. Timberland, Magoo, T-Pain, all these cats were writing for everyone you know about right now, way before you ever knew about
Timberland make beats. He's a producer. He makes beats.
No, Timberland was a writer too. Stop.
Him, Pharrell, their cousins, homie. They cousins, they make beats.
You guys be killing me, homie. Anyway, let's get back to the show.
Nah, show's fucked over now.
Did you see that Eastern University hire? A great staff here. They have a head coach here. His name's Billy Crocker. And they got Corey David, and they got Nate Hinkle, Colin Scott. They got a brother, good wideout coach, I should say, Christian Day. They got Ketta Crisby. They got Jordan Davis. Another brother, Dion Henry, special team coordinator. And Coach Fuller, coach running backs. Good staff here, huh?
It look legit to me. Yeah, young, you know, because like for me, as a coaching staff, for me, I want a young crew that can understand the generation because I know they're different, and it takes a certain patience and understanding.
You know the irony of this whole. You know the irony of this picture is
a lot of brothers too. I like to see that.
Yeah. You know the irony of this picture?
What?
First of all, I don't like skinny O-line guys. I would never hire a skinny O-line guy.
I actually agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like
O-line coach fat as hell.
They've never worked out for me. Like I don't want to see it. I want an in shape kind of guy, but he's got to be big and look the part. If an O-lineman I recruit come in and they look like a wideout coach recruiting them, then there's a problem in the house recruiting them. Like, I'm not going to get
O-line coach in shape. I want my O-line coach to be a big fat motherfucker.
Yeah. The irony of this video, and I mean this graphic, is that the one human on here with the football
is the
never had a football in their life. Never carried one, never threw one, never tackled one, never used one, don't have any.
A lot of people, and
that's the irony. That's the irony of that picture. That's the irony of that picture right there.
A lot of coaches didn't play. Yeah.
That's the irony of that picture.
Now, I'm gonna keep my eyes closely on this team all year.
They're 2-8.
If their running back room is elite, we should give the running back coach props. And if the running back room is shitty, we should also judge the running back coach based upon that as well. But we should be a fair evaluation based upon the results. Nothing else should matter but the results. That's it.
Yeah. They went 2-8.
Nothing else, just results.
Let me ask you though. That's real shit. Real conversation.
All right.
I got that job yesterday, and they told me, hey, you got to hire a DEI hire. And I said, we want you to hire Coach Fuller here. So let's say I hired them. I hired her, right? Boom. Darnell Smith, you are the number one running back in the Inland Empire, SoCal, and you didn't make it to the D1. You didn't qualify, and all the JUCOs are coming after you. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's reenact it.
Hey, what's up, Coach Brown? I know you guys got me out here to visit the campus. How you doing?
This is a phone call. Hey, what up? Hey, Darnell, what's going on, man? Hey, listen, my running back coach is on the way over to your house, and she's gonna do a home visit with you. She's gonna do a home visit with you and your mom and your dad. Okay? And I know your dad.
I'm sorry not to cut you off, Coach. I said, what's his name? What's my running back coach name?
Coach Fuller.
Oh, okay, bad. Well, what type of car he driving up on, so I can know, like, to expect?
She's gonna be in a Prius.
Okay, I'm just a little confused, Coach. Why do you keep saying she? I'm just confused.
Because the school, unfortunately, the school made me hire. I know you're the best running back in the country, and I gotta get my running back coach to get you. The school made me hire a female running back coach. So really good though. She's really good. She's gonna come over and do the home visit. Her name's Coach Fuller. She'll be there any minute.
Okay.
All right. So let me know how it goes.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Ding dong. Ding dong.
Come in. How you doing? You Coach Fuller?
Yeah. How you doing?
I'm
How you doing, Darnell?
Coach Brown told me you were coming by. And pleasure to meet you.
How you doing, Darnell? Man, we really want to get you on our campus. We really want to get you on a visit. And I think Coach Brown is really, really high on you. And I know you could tote the rock.
Okay.
You could tote the rock. I know you could tote the rock. You could tote the rock.
I appreciate
you
that.
Could tote the rock. I want you to hit. I want you to jump out.
Do you have?
What?
What type of experience do you have coaching the position?
Coaching the position. This is my first job.
Oh, okay.
I'm gung-ho. I'm a go-getter.
Okay.
I am a gung-ho go-getter now, and I'm going to get you from point A to point B, Darnell.
What scheme do you guys have there? Like, how do you I guess assume how do you plan on using me?
I don't know the scheme yet because we just got the job. So Coach Brown's going to implement the offense. But I want to teach you how to be the best Darnell Smith possible.
How much NIL do you got?
I don't know about that. I know I'm a little white girl, okay? But I got to be able to recruit the brothers. Coach JB said, I got to recruit the brothers. So I know I'm kind of behind the eight ball, Darnell. Don't give me please don't tell Coach Brown that I ruined this recruiting visit. But I'm really going to teach you how to jump cut. I'm going to get you to jump cut through a gap and hit that thing and get vertical right now, Darnell. I'm going to teach you how to be great, Darnell, because although I never did it, I never played it down. But I can teach it because all things should be we should be all inclusive. We got to. It's an equitable position, Darnell, and I can teach you jump cut. And listen, Darnell, I know one of our rivals has a Patrick Queen type of guy, plays linebacker. And I'm going to teach you how to meet him in A-gap. And I'm going to teach you how to protect our quarterback. And I'm going to get you to that D1 college that I've never got anyone else to ever before. But I'm going to get you there. Please tell Coach Brown that I did a great job. And I appreciate you, Mrs. Smith. And thank you for the peach cobbler, ma'am. And the McDonald's. And I'm going to get you from point A to point B, Darnell, and you're going to be the best running back ever. Thank you guys for having me, and we hope to see you on campus soon. Goodbye.
Who's my co-host, man? What am I doing in my life? Like, I might be 31 years old. What am I doing with my life right now?
Fuck, man. We got to be real, man. Fuck. Ring.
Hello?
Big Smitty, what up, man? Coach Brown, man, what's up, brother?
What's going on, Coach Brown? How you doing?
Man, shit, man, I'm just trying to get you on campus, man. I heard, how'd the visit go with Coach Fuller?
It was cool. It was great. It was a little bit of a surprise at first. You know what I'm saying? I know she said she didn't have a lot of experience coaching the position, but I mean, good energy. You know what I mean? And good person. I asked her about NIL dollars. She said she didn't really know about that. Asked her about schemes. Said she didn't know about that. So, that made me feel a little uncomfortable. But I mean, I don't know. She was a nice lady for sure.
Listen, man, don't worry about the position, coach, because, I'm the one that's going to get you that scholarly. So don't even trip. I got you. NIL and all that shit, I got you. Listen, we know she didn't play and all that shit, homie. Don't worry about all that. You know how it go. We're going to get you. I'm going to coach the running backs. So don't trip. She just, we got to put her in that role. But she good. She going to really take care of your classes and shit. Don't worry about it. I got it. And Smitty, I'm be real, homie. Her sister got that go. Her sister fire, and her mama. I'm trying to fuck with her mama. Actually, that's why I hired the motherfucker. But anyway, that's between me and you. Don't trip. Don't tell nobody. But her sister got that go. Her sister, her mama, damn, her mama got ass like a motherfucker. But anyway, listen. Let me get you on campus, huh? Let me get you on campus, dog. Bring your pops. I'll take care of you guys, and then I'll see you. I'll see you tomorrow then, and we'll get your financial aid and all that shit.
All right, Coach, man. I appreciate you, man. Thanks again.
All right, dog. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace. What?
Jason's gonna get me fired tonight. They're gonna call me in the front office. They're gonna call me in to higher ups. Hey, we saw your clip go viral of impersonation of a female coach who just got hired, and you and Jason was kind of.
Hey, Smitty, I walked into this class. The coach had about 20 kids that in South Carolina at Burns.
Yeah.
So I walk in, and this was the year after Netflix. So obviously, if I walked into a high school recruit, everyone was like, "Damn, come on," whatever, right? It was the easiest recruiting I ever did. So, coach has like 20 cats in there. They just hired a new coach at Burns. I used to know my boy was there forever. He ended up getting hired at South Carolina as a running back coach. But anyway, his son was actually quarterback that played. But anyway,
right.
If you guys know, you know. But anyway, I walk in, and I didn't know this coach. I didn't know, you got to tread lightly because coaches will dirty mac you if they don't understand. So I was like, coach was like, "Coach, I got to go to a class. I'm teaching a history class. I got to go. But here's the kids. They're in that classroom by themselves." So I make sure I check it out. I'm like, all right, just me. I walk in. There's 20 cats sitting there all like nice, quiet. I walked in. True story. I walk in. "What up, motherfuckers?" And they all just start laughing, right? Ice is broken. So I'm like, "You know the key word in that sentence?" And they're like, "What, coach?" "Motherfuckers." and so all these motherfuckers laughing, right? So I go, "You know what the motherfuckers say?" They're like, "What, coach?" "I got hoes. I got hoes in different area codes." These motherfuckers went crazy, homie. All 20 of them motherfuckers signed with Indy. True story, by the way. True story. But San Bernardino, go hire whoever the fuck you hire.
Homie. You wasn't qualified, homie.
I'm not, right. I bombed the test. I bombed the interview, homie.
Your points, you bombed the interview. Your points didn't add up, Homie with the book bag on campus is going to get the job over you. He's more qualified for this generation's kids. You was the old school guy.
You're right.
And they say you said interview well. It's what it is, bro. I've been there before. They ain't going to always say yes. You know what I mean? Sometimes they say no. Now you stuck with me making content.
Dave Omigo played for you. Oh, that's an interesting story. So Dave O did not come when I recruited him. Very interesting story. Dave O went somewhere else. I think he went to a Mississippi JUCO, And I kind of went at Davo hard, tried to get him. And you never get everybody. So when I knew, I was like, all right, this cat doesn't want to get away from his mama. I already knew. And by the way, his mama was a nurse, and I did a home visit in South Carolina with him. His daddy was like 2 hours late, BPS, to the meeting. I still stuck around because I wanted the kid. And I told this kid, man, I told every single possibility that came true. And everything I told him. And Davo will tell you, and I don't know if he's mad at me or not, he'll tell you that everything I told him was true. And he should have listened to me and came to Indy first. He came to Indy second, which I did not recruit him secondly. A coach that I fired brings him on campus, and I had no idea, Smitty. And I look and I go, what the fuck is you doing here? He goes, Coach, we needed a running back. We got everybody hurt. I go, I don't care. This motherfucker didn't come here the first time. I don't take other people's trash. So he was in my shit list. I didn't play him for a long time. We got no running backs, and he had to play. And we were bad. We were shitty anyway. It was the last year. We were shitty anyway. And I was already gutting the whole program. I was firing coaches. I was cutting every kid. So I was like, fuck it. I already know I'm starting over. So Davo played. Davo played the last few games. But he went to a JUCO before us and got fucked. Academically, they fucked him over at Mississippi, like I told him they would. And he was like a figment of what he was 2 years prior. Like he wasn't even the same kid. And it's crazy, man, because his mom was a great woman. Pops was cool, late, but cool. And big time South Carolina back. He had South Carolina, Clemson. He had offers. Never panned out. 31-10s. We ran 51-10s. Timed.
No, they didn't. We ran 31-10s. It's Googleable. It's YouTubeable. If Bailey's bored, he can literally YouTube Ball State 31-10. You'll find a video right now. You can see it. Jason did not run 51-10. He's capping.
No, our team did. What are you talking about? I ran our kids 51-10.
I, as a player, every summer we ran 31-10s. As like our last thing we did before our little the little break you get before camp starts. It'd be like our last like hard workout. We lift weights, whatever. Then we go.
Everything I did was harder. Everything I did was harder than the D1 would ever even think of being. Because when you left me, you were going to get there and it was going to be easy. That's why my kids succeed, not fail.
I'm gonna try to get my. I don't know the rules with the NCAA, and like I know everybody's like hesitant on doing stuff, but I'm gonna see if my strength coach, Coach Feely, I think he's at Duke right now, if I'm not mistaken. Coach Dave Feely. I'm gonna see if I can get him on the show. He's a great man, great.
I think Tank Dell was on the pivot with Ryan Clark and them and told the story. And there's a clip of him saying, "Man, JB had us in the snow doing fucking." I mean, I'm just saying. It's not like
that's like regular. I mean, I don't know. Where's Tank from again?
Florida.
Okay, so context matters. He's from Florida. Never seen a drop of snow, so him being in the snow is like crazy to him. I was born in it. That's like regular. I was literally born in the snow. January 19th. My mom getting to the hospital. It was freezing, so the snow ain't shit to me. We didn't have an indoor when I was at Ball State, so everything we did was outside on the ice. As a captain, we had spring teams for spring training. If a player on my team that I lead was late, then we all had to come there. It's called Dawn Patrol. 5 a.m. We on the football field, 1,000-yard plates. We're pushing plates 1,000 yards up and down the downfield. 1,000-yard pushing plates. Y'all gonna see me in the video here probably in a minute here. But I'm talking about hands and knees. Dave Philly right here. Hands and knees pushing a 45-pound plate, 1,000 yards, 5 a.m, freezing cold. That's your boy. Look at them traps. Big as hell. Senior, captain, dog. So I'm trying to tell y'all, I've been doing this for a long. Look at my neck at that time. Damn, that motherfucker was a huge. That motherfucker was a monster. I'm having a flashback right now.
Everything he's talking about is so soft sounding.
That ain't soft sounding at all. Look at
my normal. Alan, will you tell this motherfucker that everything? Can you tell him everything's soft that he's doing? Smitty, have you ever done this? Because I made it up, so I know you didn't. 10s, 20s, 30s, 40s, 60s, 80s, 100s, and you had to win every one or it don't count. Yep. You have 10 of them. Yep.
So break it down. What I just said. Tell me, explain it. Since you said it so easy.
The way we do it, you would basically do it like either in groups or pairs or however you want to split it up. And it's basically a race to each line. And you just build up. And you, like you said, you have to win each one. If you didn't win, you basically have to stay at that same level. If you win, you move on. Every time you lose, you got to basically go back to that level. That's how we used to do it.
No. You have 10. You have to get 10 of each distance done. And you have to win those in order to move on to the 20 from the 10. So you had to win the 10-yard dash in order to get out of there. If you did not win, it didn't count at all. So you're back to 0. You can run 110s until you win 1. So it made everyone compete to finish. That's why you get everybody better. And I did that with every distance. And people hated me. But you know what? You better win then, homie. And it created such a competitive nature. And that is why JUCO, under me, got kids to the next level. And I don't think you understand. You got 10. If you run 30 and haven't won one yet, it's a you problem. You better win, homie. You better win, homie. You better win to get out, homie.
We have to run the entire stadium with your partner, and you have to hold a towel together.
That's easy.
You have to hold it. No, but it's not about stadiums or whatever. I'm saying we have to hold. It's a partner stadium where they match you up, where they paired you with somebody else that wasn't your same level, whatever, same position. They put you with a corner, or whatever the case may be, and you got to hold the towel together. Teamwork effort. If somebody let go at any point. You got different coaches all across the thing. You let go at any point, you go back to the beginning. That's how we did. We hit the track. Y'all didn't run the track at all. We doing 200s time. You miss, you go back. Like we
did 220. We did 220.
Partner lunges in the sand pit where I got a fireman carry my teammate on my shoulder.
I had a sand pit built, homie.
In the sand.
I had a sand pit built. Alan, tell me, motherfucker, I had a sand pit actually built in Kansas. This guy's acting like motherfucker.
You motherfuckers not fucking with me, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
I don't think you would have made it through a day, didn't he? I don't think you would have made it went through one day for me.
You're not a tougher strength coach than Dave Philly. Trust me.
Crazy as hell.
I'm telling you right now, baby. I'm talking. I'm not some.
I'm be honest. I'm talking too. I'm gonna be honest too. The strength coaches, the D1 strength coaches. I know a lot of them strength coaches, Smitty. You act like I don't know them. They're soft as shit. I'm just telling you.
It's my work, homie. I wasn't some freak athlete. I had to grind, so work is nothing to me.
Me too. Me
never
too.
Outwork me. Now you was a freak. You 6'5", 2. Like you got the.
No, every day I get taller. By the way, if you have noticed, every day I get taller. By the way, shout out to Smitty. Here's the thing,
homie. I'm in the chat. They say I'm 5'8". I'm 5'8", and I'm a D1. I'm a D1 D tackle at 5'8". Think about that.
I'm sorry. I started that gangster shit.
I'm 5'8", but I'm a Division I defensive tackle. Think about that. And I was the captain.
That's why I said that's why he went to Ball State.
5'8". Think about that.
Here's the thing, Smitty. I know a lot of these D1 strength guys. They're fucking soft, and they get this job, and they get overpaid. And if they were so good, Smitty, why are there so many injuries right now? Why are these guys not very strong? Why are these guys not built to last? That's what my weight room said. You're going to be built to last when you leave this motherfucker, because all that scientific bullshit y'all do is bullshit. It don't get you ready for shit. I never had a cat pull his hammy and blow his shit out and not play. You know what we didn't do? Stretch. Because you know why? Does a cheetah stretch to go get him some pussy? They don't. And science is changed. I get it. Dynamic warm up,
homie.
Dynamic warm up. By the way, we didn't even warm up. We did.
We've been doing this since high school, homie.
Pat and go, homie. Pat and go starts practice. Pat and go. Everybody's in it, and that's how you get loose. 5 in the morning. Pat and go. Let's go. Then we'll do dynamic warm up, and then we go to practice. There ain't no fucking stretch lines, homie.
The game, like,
do you know?
Doing dynamic stretches and shit before the end.
Yeah, I know.
Homie. You didn't think that, homie.
Well, we're younger than me, so we've already done it 20 years before you. So yeah, we did. Number one, number two.
You been as the coach, motherfucker.
Smitty, I want to be clear though. You know that stretch and creating the stretch lines and doing all that is literally 30 minutes of wasted time on the football field. It's the most wasted time on a field that you can go through. Stretch. It's literally the dumbest, most wasted time. No, why would you stretch? And now I know that science has changed. We used to start off right out of practice. Back in the day when I played coach, stretch, hang there. Motherfucker, we blew our shit out every 5 minutes. We went from cold stretch to full speed. Everybody's hammy blew out right off the bone, homie. Like, and everyone was like, why? Well, we stretch. You don't stretch a cold body.
You stretch your one. So if you're going to stretch, you actually stretch after your workout.
Yeah, I mean, but the science changed. I'm just telling you that the times changed. When I was young, it was stretch cold. Like that's how it was. That's what everybody thought. That was the science at the time. So another bunch of wasted moments. Another bunch of wasted. Hey, another bunch of wasted time right there.
But it's that's like a team little thing, like something we do together. Good break. Everybody go to their fucking lines. They position group. That was the hardest part of practice, boy. At that point, the starter probably was the hardest part of practice, boy. Because at Ball State, my first coaching staff, they were like really good coaches, and it was hard nosed. We get on with our little jacks, and defense, we have to go straight to fucking bags of pursuit. Immediately have to fucking run. You have to run straight through it. All of us, bags of pursuit. So you do this bag drills, and then we go to pursuit drill. First team, ready, go. Jogs to the field. You got the trash cans lined up. Strong left, shot. Loud, go. Run the play. Coach throw the ball. Wherever he throw the ball, you got to sprint to, boom, and then sprint back to the end zone. Two up. If anybody's jogging, go back. Like it's the beginning of practice just started. It's 90 degrees in Indiana. We fucking exhausted. We get done with that. Then you go to your position group. Now I'm with the D-line. My D-line coach, Craig, he got the big tall bags lined up. We going through. And it was like the first 30 minutes of practice was crazy. It was like, I'm fucking dead. And we just got started.
Feel like that's why you guys weren't very good. You wasted 30 minutes of time.
10-2 record, bowl game.
Hey,
9-3 bowl game.
Look at this. I want to be clear here before as we end the show. Make that full screen, Bailey, or put us regular, Bailey, whatever you want to do.
I got 1 minute left. Wrong. It's 9 o'clock.
Smitty, I want to ask, over under. 2 seasons or 1 before Coach Fuller creates an OnlyFans?
I don't think she'll ever create an OnlyFans. I think she's dedicated to the game. I think she's going to learn a lot in year 1. I think her running backs are actually going to be – it's going to have a good running back by committee room. I want us to please remember this moment, Bailey, and let's really keep up with this team next year. I know we're going to probably forget, but let's try not to forget. Set a calendar reminder for like September to look at their record, and let's look at their running backs. Because if they running back, if they got a running back that goes for 1,500, y'all got to come on here. Y'all got to eat crow. And you got to be like, hey, man, say what I want. But her running back ran for 1,500. She's the running back coach. So like, at some point, I just want to see the results, homie.
Is it her running back, Will?
Yeah.
We just went through the recruiting process, homie. I just showed you what's going to have to happen to land Darnell Smith. Stop. It's not her running back. She's not walking in the room. If she lands 1 recruit, I want to know. Please, coach, no disrespect to your program. Please come on the show and let me know that she's out there going to get your best running backs. I would love to see it. And I'll be honest, I want to know what father or mother out there is really sitting there big time running back to get coached up by her. Please let me know. I want to know. Bailey, would you play for her? Smitty, would you?
Bailey's a mini you.
No, I'm asking you.
Let us see the results.
No, it's not the question. Why do you avoid questions, homie?
I want to see the results.
Would you play for Coach Fuller?
I like to play for the best coaches, so whatever that means.
This motherfucker is so politically trained to answer questions. It's unbelievable. You're gonna make it in life, homie. Shout out to you.
Boy.
No, you're gonna make it in life because we're living a soft world, and you're gonna make it.
I'm bad.
You're gonna make it, man. You are. You're gonna live because you play the game. You know how to play the game. You know how to play the game. And
I'm a cold hustler. Hey, I'm a cold hustler.
It's not a hustler. You're not a hustler. You were born in the right. You were born in the softest era ever, and you're going to thrive in it.
I told you to get on this show.
Good job. Hey, you're going to thrive in the softest era ever.
I told my, you didn't even know this. I'm going to tell you the truth now. I called, I said, hey, Marcellus, who that white boy that came on the show a while back? Yeah, Jason. I see you got like a little show. It's cool, but I can make that shit way better. Hit him up, see what we can do. All right, big dog. You know Marcellus. All right, big dog. Got you. Then y'all raps. Then you thought you came to me. I'd already planned I corroborated the whole fucking situation, homie. Ask Marcellus. Yeah, no. Hey, y'all, appreciate y'all hopping on the show today. Great show, man. It's been amazing. Make sure y'all go subscribe to our other channel. Tomorrow we got Free Game Friday. It's gonna be a crazy show, man. Who knows what we're gonna bring on? We might bring on some of the old school guests. We might bring on the new guests. We might bring on some AEs. We don't know what we're gonna do. It's Free Game Friday. We might look at the rundown. We might not. Sorry, baby. We don't know what we're gonna do yet. So y'all got to be here to find out. And I'm gonna eat my hummus. I got some bills to pay. I'm gonna work out. Go to work. And then
I don't know one brother that eats hummus. I don't know. I've never met a brother that ate hummus.
I live in LA now, homie. So it's just different. Avocado toast, hummus, pita bread. My diet's changed. Vita juice.
Yeah, that is not hood.
My family say the same thing. They're like, you eat guacamole, you eat, because they still in the hood of Indianapolis. I'm in LA. And it's okay to black people. It's okay to grow. It's okay to not get your steak well done. It's okay to not, you know what I'm saying, have to hot sauce on everything. It's okay to not, you know what I'm saying, to try other things. I was anti-hummus. I was anti-guacamole. I was anti-avocado. Came to LA. I learned new things, and it's been good to me. So
I've never been to Trader Jack's. I've never been to Whole Foods. I've never been. Huh?
It's Trader Joe's, homie.
Whatever. I've never been there. Ever. I've never been there, never been to. That's the thing about it. Y'all out there who thinks California is so blue and left, y'all are wrong. It's really red. It's really red. No, it's not.
It's only red over there in Orange County, homie. It's fucking blue everywhere else.
You're crazy. No, it's not.
Crazy. It's only red, heavily red in Orange County.
Long Beach is red now, homie. Quanzito. Let the motherfuckers know. Long Beach is red now, homie.
Long Beach with my brothers.
You crazy as hell. Long Beach is red. Go buy my boat. Every single boat has a Trump flag on that motherfucker. The
problem is, homie, you not in a city no more. Like, you the type of dude got your money and you left. Cool. Kudos to you. You not even in LA.
You're like
you in Riverside, homie. Like you way out.
You believe because of who the politicians are, because they're blue and left, you believe the state is that way. It's not.
No, I'm with my people. I'm actually boots on ground. You don't go outside, homie. You scared people gonna like see you and like try you. So you just go to the store, your local store in your little small neighborhood. You feed your dogs. You stay at home. You don't go out to eat. You do nothing. You don't go to movies. You don't do nothing. You're scared, homie. I'm boots on ground. I'm outside with my people. We in the streets together. So I'm talking to them.
Team Mix'em. Shut up. Atlanta is clearly the most made-up humans in the world. Is in Atlanta.
It's close, though. But it's close. Atlanta's number one, but LA number two.
No, it's not. Frisco is by far number 2, and Austin, Texas is by far number 3, and it's not even close. Stop. Atlanta is so goddamn gay, it's unbelievable.
All right, y'all. On that note, I'm really out, and then I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow, man. Y'all have a good one.
Friday, appreciate you, man.
Have a good week.